After a long break away, we are back. 6 weeks after Mexico, Formula E kicks back into gear here in Rome. Welcome to Italy. We've done 3 races then so far this year. Nick de Vries won Diriyah, as well as Eduardo Mortara, Pascal Wehrlein taking victory in Mexico City. We now head over for a doubleheader in Rome before going into Monaco, doubleheader in Berlin, Jakarta and Vancouver making their debut. New York, London and Seoul in South Korea round out the Season 8 Championship on the 13th and 14th of August. In terms of the Drivers' Championship, Eduardo Mortara leads the way on 43 points. Nick de Vries has 38. Pascal Wehrlein on 13, the same as Andre Lotterer. 28 for Van Dorn. Verne has 27. Dennis 26. 25 for de Grassi. Freins 24. 12 apiece for Da Costa and Bird. Nick Cassidy has 7, Boemi 4, the same as Roland, Askew on 2, Gunther 2 as well, Evans on 1, no points still after 3 races for Turvey, Sims, Sete Camera, Tictum and Antonio Giovinazzi right at the back for Dragon Penske Autosport. In the Constructors' Championship, it's Rocket Venturi on 68 points, 2 clear of Mercedes EQ. Porsche third on 16 and a big gap to DS Cheats on 39. Envision Virgin Racing down there as well. Only Neo and Dragon have no points on the board. Hello everybody, we are back. It has been a long time coming as well, and now we can finally get going into this one. This is it then, folks, the Rome ePrix. We haven't got our usual pre-race show for you. We've got highlights and qualifying, but practice took part during the Formula 1 sessions, so I'm not a miracle worker. But we've teamed up with Formula E Zone as well, because one of their correspondents as well, Jack Pickering, is down in Rome as well, and he's got some interviews for us to begin with as well. Let's hear from the drivers going through. We've got Nick Cassidy, Nick de Vries as well, and of course a main and very important one from Lucas de Grassi. Very interesting interview here. He talks about the differences between a factory team and a manufacturer compared to customer. Let's see what he says.
You all right, Lucas? How are you?
Very well. How are you doing?
I'm good. It's third weekend with the team. You seem to be settling rather well. How is it different working with Rocket Venturi compared to Audi of the last few seasons?
Very different. There are pros and cons working with Rocket Venturi Racing, and kind of they come together. So when you go from a very big, structured factory team, you have all the resources that you need, but the team is very big. It takes time to shift and to change and to do stuff that you want to do. And you have to develop everything yourself. So I spend a lot of time developing new software, developing new stuff that we can get better at the racetrack. With Venturi is the opposite. We receive everything from Mercedes. So even if I want something, I cannot have it. So there is much less work on this area, so we can focus much more on the operations, and the team is much smaller, much easier to change stuff and to do stuff differently. But we don't have the freedom to at least was something that I like, which is to upgrade the car as it goes. So I want to adapt something to my driving style. Oh, you can do that. Why not? Because it's has been developed like this. I want to do that. You can't. In Audi was never the case. In Audi said, look, there is something that we need to work there. Was always somebody willing to actually work and try to see if it was better or not.
Okay, and my second question is, obviously this weekend is a big weekend for Rocket Venturi. They've just announced the partnership with Maserati. Coming into next year, it's going to be a brand new manufacturer. How is that going to change the dynamic for next year?
It's part it's part of I think Venturi has been evolving since season 1. It was a privately owned team by Judo, then other partners came in and other shareholders, and the team evolved, and the team now has gone from let's say one of the team that was in the back of the field to be leading the championship, I guess for the first time, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
leading, we led the drivers last year, but yeah.
No, the team's championship,
yeah,
right? So
leading
the championship now for 2 races, and so that's That's a great achievement, showing that we are in the right way. But then there is another step, which is to become a manufacturer. Again, there will be pros and cons. The pros will be that you have support from a factory, you become much bigger, with much more support. The con is that you're gonna have to develop a lot of the stuff. You're gonna have to take on board a lot of stuff that is given as a customer. You're gonna start doing it yourself. But Venturi has done that in the past with their own powertrain and with the support with Maserati. For sure they will achieve higher grounds, and this change is needed for Gen 3, with everything becomes with more power, more complexity, front wheel regen, a new car. So it's definitely a very positive move for the team.
Okay. Thank you, Lucas. So this time last year when you came here, it was kind of when you announced yourself to the paddock. You took that pole on the Sunday. I won't speak about what happened after it, but do you feel confident coming back to here? Do you think you can bring a good result this weekend?
I think so, mate. I think last year the car worked well, and hopefully we have some improvements. And I feel good in the car at the moment. So yeah, let's try to put it together and do a good one.
Anything changed in between the gap? Has anything happened back at the factory that you can find improvements on for this weekend?
Yeah, there's always stuff changing and stuff to improve on. My side of the garage, there's been a few key areas that I want to improve, and got a couple of big focus points on the car that I'm wanting to make better. So this weekend I'm really interested to see if we can nail that.
Okay, cheers Nick. Thank you. How are you feeling heading into this weekend?
I'm feeling great. I'm happy that we're finally back racing. Obviously we had a big gap. Not so much holiday, but or not at all, but at least no racing, which was a bit dull. But we're happy to finally really kick off our kind of racing season now. Obviously we've had 3 races, but now we're really heading into some momentum almost every other week. So I'm looking forward to that.
The car was very quick around here last year. Do you think that you guys will still have that potential? Obviously, Edo's in the championship with the Mercedes powertrain. So, do you feel confident coming into this weekend?
Yeah, I understand that we always talk about expectations going into every weekend, but you know, I think everyone is so close that the differences are marginal. So it really requires a good kind of operations throughout a weekend and a good baseline and starting point to build from there. But I think everyone has a good chance. We certainly have a good team and a good package, so I'm confident that we should be there. There's no reason why we shouldn't be, but I think everyone has very similar opportunities because everything is so close.
Okay, brilliant. Cheers, Nick.
Thank you.
Okay, let's get straight into the action then for free practice, and we haven't got the full highlights for you. What we can say is that Andre Lotterer and Oliver Askew made contact with each other and brought out the red flag. Askew was able to limp back to the pit lane. Lotterer required assistance as well, so bad start for them, but everything was A-OK and every car was ready when qualifying began. It's time to kick back into action then for ABB FIA Formula E. It's time for qualifying for the Rome ePrix, a double header on this absolutely fantastic high-speed circuit. There's a risk of rain in this qualifying session as well, but the times are getting ready to go. Qualifying Group A is coming up. Eduardo Mortara, Pascal Verlaine, Stoffel Van Dorn, Jake Dennis, Robin Freins, Sam Bird, Sebastian Boemi, Oliver Askew, Mitch Evans, Alexander Sins and Dan Ticktum are going to go out. Oliver Askew and Andre Lotterer made contact with each other in the second practice session. Now we're really going to see what the pace is between these drivers. It's time to kick in for qualifying. And the green light is on at the end of the pit lane. The cars will venture out 12 minutes in this first part of group qualifying. 2 groups, A and B, both go out for 12 minutes. And at the end, we will have the dual knockout systems beginning. Jake Dennis then, the first one to set a lap time in this qualifying session, exits the last corner, fires it towards the control line, and Dennis goes top, a 1:41.020. It's the longest track on the Formula E calendar as well. And not bad at all for the team there. And Andretti, Sam Bird across the line goes into second position. The BBC F1 commentator alongside Jack Nicholls. Not bad, eh, for a race driver. But Buemi now goes second. Frines to fourth as the first times begin to come in. And a lot for Verline in the chicane area. Down at the back turns 9, 10 and 11 on the long run down. Verline looking very strong indeed so far as he rounds the hairpin now. So the time's still improving. Dennis, top of the moment. Eduardo Mortara coming to the line. OK, Sector 1, fastest of all Sector 2, fastest of all Sector 3. Mortara goes top, 1:45.44. Robin Frines then for Envision, sliding out the last corner, comes to the line and goes top. So he sprints Mortara by 16 thousandths of a second. Frines on a 1:14.538. So 11 cars set a time. Last one then will set it soon, and that will be across the line now. Evans goes top. So all 12 cars have set a lap time, all 11 cars, sorry, have set a lap time now. And it's Evans, Frines, Mortara, Van Dorn, the top four. Bird, Dennis, Sims, Verline, Tickton, Buemi and Askew currently out of the running order. Oh, Sam Bird has gone wrong at 7 parts of the track. Now, where is Bird? Down at turning 10. So Bird must have gone straight on and locked up and just run it out wide a little bit. And he's desperately trying to push. Less than 5 minutes to go in this qualifying session. And it's he's outside the cutoff to go through to the quarterfinals. Sam Bird's made a mistake in Sector 2, and he just put his hand up to somebody as well. And I think it was the 23, so Sebastian Buemi might have been having some issues there with Sam Bird. Two of the oldest riders in this Formula E field seem to be coming to blows down at the back of the track. We'll keep an eye as to what that is all about so far. Checkered flag is out then, and away we go. Verline looking very, very fast indeed as things currently stand as well. Up in the first sector, Frines fastest Sector 1, 24.235. So this could get interesting. Bird has qualified 5th. Bird will not go through to the quarter-finals. So the Jaguar has not worked out in the best position. Bird is not the word here in Rome. Trying to find the right time in the braking zone. Verline looking quick. Frines though, fastest Sector 1, fastest Sector 2 at the moment. Frines might top the qualifying Group A stages at the moment. Verline's looking mega quick. Mortara is the next to cross the line. Personal bests only, in fact, not even that. Mortara just appearing on the timing screens below average times as well. Here we go again. Right, Mortara crosses the line, doesn't improve. Verline looking mega fast again, so's Robin Frines. Cross the line then. Verline we're watching. Can he get through into the top 4 and kick out Van Dorn? He can. Verline top, 1:42.70. Van Dorn's in trouble. Mortara could be in trouble as well. The championship leader might not go through and have to stand outside. Let's find out. Mortara. Sims goes into 7th position. Van Dorn goes there for Frines goes top. 1:41.28. Frines not happy. Van Dorn goes second. Mortara's out. Evans going to stay through. Dennis doesn't improve, does he? Crosses the line. Dennis 9th. Buemi goes 8th. Dennis stays in order. Where is Jake Dennis? Askew goes 9th. And Jake Dennis goes top. 1:40.069. Evans is out of qualifying. And Dan Tickton 11th. The TV cameras were quite hard to follow there. Apologies for any mix-up because we were looking at times and we were staggered at the line, not telling who was who. But it's Dennis, Frines, Van Dorn and Verline going through to the next part of the track. Green light is on at the end of the pit lane, and the second part of qualifying is underway. Going out in this part of qualifying is Nick De Vries in the Mercedes, Andre Lotterer as well, if that car has been repaired after having in qualifying number 2. Free practice 2. Then we get Vern, Degrassi, DaCosta, Cassidy, Roland, Gunther, Turvey, Sette Camera, and Giovinazzi, the drivers going out in this session. And Cassidy straight out there, as well as Degrassi and the 22 of Gunther. Oh, and Sam Bird violently smashing his glove on the top of the halo of Sebastian Buemi. Bird is really angry at Buemi for apparently blocking him on that run. We thought he did. And Bird got blocked by Buemi. Again, that's the second time in the session. Bird really angry now. Whoa. Cassidy hits the bump. The ground effect of the diffuser scraping across the bottom. That was unbelievable. Really strong thing there from Cassidy. I honestly thought he was going to crash. He hits the bump hard at the wrong angle and nearly loses it. Amazing car control. Okay, so everyone's set a lap time now then in Group B with 5 minutes to go, and this is how it stands. Vern is fastest, 1:44.05. Da Costa is 0.3 off the pace in second position. Roland is third, Cassidy fourth, and they're the ones qualifying for the quarter-finals to face in reverse. Of course, Group B gets reversed for its quarter-final. De Vries, Degrassi, Lotterer, Gunther, Turvey, Giovinazzi and Center Camera, all with work to do and time needing to be found. Oh, big lock-up from Nick De Vries in the braking zone as well. After going fastest of all in the first sector by a tenth, he's locked up those two front tyres, and the champion from season 7 in real trouble now. Checkered flag is out. The session is over. Who is going to go fastest? Vern up in the first sector, 24.164. Da Costa, Roland, Cassidy, the 4 drivers so far who are through to the next part of qualifying, which is the quarter-finals. Round the Colosseum hairpin as well. The whole grid slots there. 3 different grid slots positions we've had here in Rome now, all still on the same part of the track. Into the braking zone. Vern fastest sector 2, 33.606 as well. The times keep improving. We've got a yellow flag on the board. I went to press the button then, forgetting which series I'm covering. Checkered flag is out. De Vries crosses the line, goes second, goes through, but the yellow is somewhere on the track, and it's the number 30. It's Oliver Roland. Roland's in the wall down at turn 10, we believe, but everyone's past him. Everyone's past him. Vern will cross the line soon. Lotterer goes through. Lotterer's through. Now where is Vern? Did he get caught up in that yellow? Track is clear. Green flags. Vern across the line. Takes the line. And goes fastest. 1:43.09. Degrassi's out of qualifying as well. The timing screen's a little bit out of it. Watch out for Da Costa. Da Costa's looking quick. He might just spoil the day. At the front. That's Roland crossing the line now. Giovinazzi's out of it. And Da Costa goes top. 1:42.27. Fastest overall. Round of applause from everyone. There goes Sergio Sette Camera going into 10th position. Roland was off somewhere and is crawling in. It's Da Costa, Vern, Lotterer, De Vries, the 4 going through to the next part of the track, which is the quarter-final. Roland, Degrassi, Cassidy, Gunther, Turvey, Sette Camera, Giovinazzi, all out of the running. First duel then is between Nick De Vries and Jay Dennis. De Vries' first sector at 24.049. Sector 2 at 33.199. What's the first time on the board then for Nick De Vries as he approaches the line? Is this going to be provisional pole position? Jay Dennis is catching it. The live timing showing he's only 2/10 behind. Cross the line, 138.908. That's the official time. Where is Jay Dennis then? First sector for him was a 24.186. Second sector, 33.287. Third sector coming up now for Jake Dennis. Is he through to the semi-finals? No, he's not. 139.288. 3/10 off the pace. Duel 1 goes to De Vries. First sector time for Andre Lotterer versus Robin Freins in Duel 2 for the quarter-final. Lotterer's first sector at 23.916. Second sector, 33.356 as well. He likes those 6s across the board. Is it going to be good enough though for Andre Lotterer? His first time, a 139.482. Now, Robin Freins, first sector, he's faster, 23.860. Second sector, 33.064. Last sector coming up then. What's the time for Robin Friends? Is he quicker or not? He's quicker. 1:38.764. It's Friends who wins Duel 2 and will face De Vries in the semi-final. Van Dorn versus Vern then in this sector of the duels. Van Dorn's first sector time at 23.718. Sector 2, 33.174. Van Dorn across the line does a 1:38.596. Now we see Vern, first sector at 23.755, 33.392 second sector. It's all going to be down to the last sector then for Jean-Eric Vern. Can he do anything? Can he get ahead of Stoffel Van Dorn? In the gap at the moment, 0.2 of a second. Here we go, out of the last corner. Vern powers into the line and he's lost out by 0.5 of a second. Vern at 1:39.105. It's Van Dorn who wins Duel 3. Fourth duel between Verline and Da Costa. Verline out first. He crosses the line. First sector, 23.992. Second sector, 33.383. Verline does a coming across the line now. And Pascal Verline, close to the wall, takes the checker flag at 1:39.363. But Da Costa, first sector, 23.884. Second sector, 33.323. Let's see, is he faster in the final sector? The final duel then before the semi-finals. And it's Da Costa who wins out. 1:39.038. Da Costa goes through to the semi-finals to face Van Dorn. Next up, it's the semi-finals. De Vries versus Friends. Van Dorn versus Da Costa. First sector time then for Nick De Vries in this semi-final duel between Robin Friends and himself. 23.824 for De Vries. Sector 2, the 33.292. He's about to do the lap. Cross the line now. Nick De Vries does a 1:38.949. Robin Friends, first sector, 23.958. 33.034 in the first sector. Now Friends is sliding the Envision left and right, pushing it to the line. Who goes through to the final? It's Nick De Vries who loses out. Friends gets him on the line with a 10th. The computer was wrong. Friends goes through to the final. Right, Van Dorn versus Da Costa. Da Costa will cross the line first. First sector, 23.920. Second sector, 33.232. Let's see what it's going to be. It's a 1:38.986 for Da Costa. Van Dorn, 23.882 first sector, 33.070 second sector. Van Dorn might just take this one. He took so much curb earlier on in the chicane section of the track. Van Dorn goes to the line, and Van Dorn goes through into the final alongside Robin Friends. 1:38.971 was the time. Very impressive lap there. Van Dorn the winner, through to the final. The final begins then between Stoffel Van Dorn and Robin Friends. We are live with them as well. Van Dorn down towards the first corner. Nicely throws it in as well. Now crossing the start line. Of course, the start and finish line segregated here by a little bit of a straightaway and a corner practically. And already at the control line, Van Dorn is 15 thousandths ahead, and Friends made an error. He locked the brakes and almost went, well, he was turning left and went right. So he's going to lose a lot of time there. Let's see how much is in. How much has Friends lost under braking for sector 1? Only 8 hundredths. 0.080. My goodness me. And now it's a 10th. It's a 10th between them. Van Dorn making a few errors out there as well. Friends really on the attack. Second sector time coming up then for Stoffel Van Dorn before they approach the chicane area. Van Dorn, second sector. It's a 33.262. So Van Dorn's looking okay. Friends will meet that soon. Van Dorn very slow but nice through the 12-13 chicane. Friends is sliding everywhere. And he's catching. Now it's only 5 hundredths between them. Oh, he lost a lot of time with that slide. He's now 2.5 tenths down. So Friends might have lost this one. Van Dorn might got pole, but he's sliding away with 2. One error, one in the wall, and it all changes. Third sector, yeah, this is looking great for Van Dorn. Third sector looking okay. Here we go. Van Dorn out of the last corner, going for pole position for the Rome ePrix. It's a 1:39.151. What can Frines do? He's sliding the rear again, coming down into turns 17 and 18. Only last corner at turn 19 left. Is it pole position for Frines or Van Dorn across the line? It's Stoffel Van Dorn who takes pole position for this round of the World Championship.
Well done, mate. Well done. That's pole. Well done.
A 1:39.151 Van Dorn on pole for the Rome ePrix. Okay, so here's the starting grid then for the Rome ePrix. It's Stoffel Van Dorn on pole position. Alongside him on the front row is Robin Frines. Row 2, Nick de Vries alongside Antonio Felix da Costa. The third row, Jean-Eric Verne and Jake Dennis. Then on row 4, Pascal Verlaine and Andre Lotterer. Row 5, Mitch Evans alongside Oliver Rowland. The sixth row of the grid will then see Eduardo Mortara and Lucas de Grassi. Row 7, Sam Bird, Nick Cassidy. Row 8, Alexander Sims and Max Gunther. Row 9, Sebastian Buemi, Oliver Turvey. Row 10, Oliver Askew and Sergio Seti Camera. And row 11, Dan Ticktum and Antonio Giovinazzi. Okay, shortly before we go over to the commentary box then, and Ed Hunter would join me in the commentary box, let's go back over to Rome as well, because Jack has got updates for us for what happened from qualifying.
Thanks, Josh. Yeah, it's fantastic to be on site here in Rome. As you can see behind me, the podium, we will see which three drivers will be standing up there a little bit later on. It was a phenomenal qualifying earlier today. Van Dorn and Frines going at it in the final part of the duels. So some of the duels separated by as small as 15 thousandths of a second. Formula E is just so tight at the moment. It's so fantastic, and after today it's not done. We go again tomorrow, so it's just going to be relentless this weekend. It's fantastic. We can't wait for this race to get underway. Fingers crossed the rain stays away. It's been a bit chilly this morning and throughout the afternoon, but fingers crossed everything will run smoothly, and we've got a great race on our hands.
Hello everybody and welcome. We are getting ready for all of the action to begin because we are back. Finally, I can say that it is with great news. 6 weeks away, the ABB FIA Formula E World Championship returns. Rounds 4 and 5 coming to you live from Rome. And this amazing city, once home to gladiators and the great Roman army as well. Now a different type of battle. Electric energy and 22 Formula E drivers racing around the streets of this legendary city as well. This is the grid then in reverse order. Sergio Sete Camera with a penalty start to the back. He's alongside his teammate Antonio Giovinazzi. Dan Ticktum is 20th. Oliver Askew crashed in practice to his 19th. Oliver Turvey 18th. Sebastian Buemi is 17th. Max Gunther 16th alongside Alex Sims is 15th. Nick Cassidy is 14th. Sam Bird coming in 13th place. Lucas de Grassi is 12th and Eduardo Mortara 11th place, which means the top 5 and the top 10 now going to be shown on your monitors. Counting back from 10th, Oliver Rowland then completing with the 10th position. He had a very interesting race, finished 5th in the Group B standings, just missed out on being through to the dual sections of the qualifying. Mitch Evans starts 9th on the grid. He was 5th in Group A. He missed out to Verlaine. Now we're into the qualifiers from the dual section. We've got Jean-Eric Verne alongside there's Andre Lotterer, Pascal Verlaine starting 7th on the grid. Jake Dennis is 6th for the Avalanche Andretti Motors. Jean-Eric Verne for DS Cheetah 5th. Surprisingly, he did not win his dual C against Stoffel Van Dorn. 4th on the grid, Antonio Felix da Costa, all going through. He starts 4th. 3rd of the grid, Nick de Vries as well. Lost out in the semi-finals to Robin Frines, who did a 1:38.836. Then the front row, Robin Freins starts second, and your pole position for only the second time in his career, it's Stoffel Van Dorn with a 139.151, and he too moves up the championship order into 6th position. All sorts of action coming up now.
Pole, Josh. That was what Jack Nicholls was saying. That he's had 6 poles and this is going to be his 7th. And
Oh, it's 6 poles, not 7. I've got the numbers the wrong way around.
You
then.
just said 2 poles, so I'm not sure how many poles we're missing there. There was, of course, the Valencia thing last year where he got pole and then got disqualified from qualifying because the team put the wrong digit in the tyre.
They did, didn't they? Yeah, that was it.
Whatever
Where
it
was that? That was. It was in Mexico, wasn't it? Because that happened to.
It was Valencia.
Oh,
yeah,
Valencia.
In Mexico, that happened to Pascal Wehrlein after the race. Yes.
Always
He won,
nice.
which was
Yeah.
even more painful.
It was indeed. Thanks for correcting me on that. I've got the numbers the wrong way around. Being up since 3 a.m. as well, covering the F1 as well.
Oh,
but
no, yeah. I
it's-
still haven't watched qualifying yet.
Oh, watch it.
Formula
Was it? Watch the highlights there on Channel 4. It's a lot quicker than
I
watching
know,
it.
but
Yeah.
I've got to watch this first, Josh.
I know, that's a good point.
Yeah, it's
actually.
good to be back.
It is. Welcome back, Ed. You've been away for a while. You're looking forward to the race?
Me and you have done some sim racing commentary together.
We
In fact,
have?
our own sim racing team has been doing pretty well in
Yeah.
recent history.
Double
as in, like, a couple of
victories.
weeks ago.
Yes, 2
But,
wins.
there we go.
It was so good.
Looks like Van Dorn is going towards the grid, and of course got the traditional voodoo doll for Van Dorn
and Freins.
Freins. Yes.
Custom
I
built,
actually got
of
some new
course.
bits for Freins because
Yeah.
the front wing, they didn't do the front wing in the right shade of green and until very, very recently. So the green is quite an odd colour. The Envision has always been one of the hardest ones to do. The Venturi is probably the easiest because it's jet black at the moment. Of course, with Maserati coming in, I'm not sure
Yeah.
if they'll change the livery though midway through the season. So I heard a rumour that Maserati were also looking at Andretti and they turned Andretti down because of the avalanche. They didn't want to be associated with blockchain.
No, they
For
did,
whatever
yeah.
reason. I assume because it's really unstable, and it sort of would maybe not give the most serious impression of Maserati's efforts. So
Here they
they
go,
ended up
yeah.
going the Venturi, and that makes total sense. But here we go.
Lining
It's
upon
really
the
a matter
grid.
of who gets the best launch, isn't it? And the Mercedes could be very, very strong in this early phase of the race, couldn't they? With
Mercedes,
Vries not
yeah.
far behind.
Mercedes are very strong on the launch down towards the first corners. They have the best launch plan of anybody with the by-point find. Everybody getting ready in the YouTube chat. Hello, everybody. Hello, Adam, as well. Rome is a city. Hope to visit the future. Enjoy the race. It's a city that these drivers are about to know intimately as well. The racing line, by the way, has changed the start line. Used to be on the curve between turns 6 and 7. It's been moved to between turns 3 and 4 down this long back straightaway. So it's a short
Some of them,
run.
of course, having to find their grid slot under the bridge where it's quite dark as well. I mean,
Oh,
see
and
the dragons
yeah, set a
right at
camera
the
and
back
Geo.
here.
Yeah, they're on the curve actually, so maybe they haven't thought about this entirely right. 6 weeks of winter, it's now time to get going again. Round 4 is under starters' orders. All 5 lights are on. And it's lights out in Rome. Good start from actually the two Mercedes, and Freins is going with him. Van Dorn's going aggressive defending as well. Look at the two DS cheaters who are trying to go around the outside. Van Dorn locks up into one as well. De Vries nearly runs into the back. Everyone getting through safely. That was Roland, wasn't it? Who kicked the oversteer. Van Dorn leads. Freins second. Da Costa now is up into 4th place. Keeps ahead of Vern. I thought Vern might have got ahead because Da Costa locked up 2 into 1 over the nasty bump. And look at them. Slipping and sliding as the two DS cheaters are side by side. Contact nearly, Ed.
Yeah, it
Oh,
looked
there
like
is
Vern got
contact.
a really
Is that
good run. He
Bird?
has got ahead.
Oh,
dear.
red flag. They'll have
That's
to red flag
Roland's
it.
son.
They'll have to
And
red
he's collected
flag.
Degrassi.
Yeah, it's a traffic jam down at turn 7. They'll have to red flag this. The yellow flags are out. We've got the track completely blocked. Now, Roland's managed to find reverse, but it's a question of whether they can keep going or not. Double yellow at turn 7. No sign of the red flag at the moment.
Oh, and Da Costa back in front of Vern as well. So Vern is clearly messed up again.
Car park in Rome as well. Roman rallying not working out. Still yellows. Now yellow at turn 9. I wouldn't be surprised if they throw the red flag as well. So much of the field was caught up by that as well as they head
Absolute
round the
disaster
hairpin.
for Nissan and Neo 333 because all 4 of those cars got stuck behind Roland and Degrassi.
It's a
in that
really
incident.
It's a really long lap here, so maybe they don't have to red flag. Gunther and Turvey definitely stopping.
43 minutes and a half to go. And
Oh,
that's
Gunther to
in
the wall. Gunther's in the wall. Gunther's big time in the wall. They're going to have to
and
stop
there's
this.
there's a recovery vehicle. That must be safety car at the very least, unless we're seeing a repeat of Saudi Arabia here.
Well,
Van
yeah.
Dorn is going to be coming upon him quite quickly, isn't he?
I've got no idea. We're on to lap 2 now, and there is no sign of the red flag. There is no sign of a safety car, let alone a virtual safety car. They're covering under yellows. We've got cars all over the track. There's a 15-second gap between Askew and Sergio Sete Camera, but Van Dorn leads at the end of the first lap as well, and no sign of any red flag or anything. Why is it still yellow? I do not know, but Gunther's in the wall.
Gunther out of the way, unless they have a crane right next to it. But I don't know why they had the recovery. Was that the medical car, I think, actually?
Yeah, it was the
big
medical.
Porsche, wasn't it?
Full course yellow. Full course yellow as everyone's
There we
slapping on
go,
the brakes.
finally.
But look at this. There's a debris right at the track. What on earth is Scott Elkins doing? Scott, get your glasses on. Full course yellow is called after they go past all the danger points. That is ludicrous. Absolutely ludicrous. And look, there's blood.
There we go.
Oh.
Thank goodness they called it before they came upon Gunther. Yeah, but certainly with all that wreckage on the track, if someone gets a puncture, they're going to feel very aggrieved and angry at race direction. That's for sure. There's Sam
Bird, yeah.
Because he was in the incident with Roland, so he's missing a bit of the front wing now.
Can't believe it's not a red flag. I really can't. Right, let's take another look at it then. Roland, well, he's got no front wing and no suspension. He's just going plowing to the wall.
That's Gunther.
Oh, sorry. Who did I say?
So Gunther got caught up at the back of the incident. He went right into the back of Degrassi, I think, who was stuck behind Roland after Roland spun, after him and Sam Bird made contact. So Gunther just went straight on because clearly the car was more damaged than he could see or was aware of.
No sign of the red flag as things stand. Drivers now coming round the hairpin. We're under full course yellow. You're only allowed to go 50 kilometres an hour. But let's try and regroup. Gunther's out. Roland's is in the pit lane. That's what I was going for. Yeah, Roland's got problems. He was involved in that spin, wasn't he?
a long way behind his teammate, isn't he?
Yeah, really a long way. And I can't believe they haven't stopped the race. I really can't. There is cars and debris everywhere.
There's one car in the wall, but quite a bit of debris.
Yeah.
I think this probably isn't. It depends because race direction you have to assume has a little bit more
Safety
info
car.
than we do. Safety car, finally, a full safety car has been called. It
well,
makes sense they went
yeah.
for full course yellow first and then safety car, but it should really have been that decision to go to full course yellow should have come a bit earlier.
Right, let's take a look at the start again. Great launch by the two Mercedes. Friens and DaCosta tried the inside line, didn't work out. Vern does go round the outside, but gets kicked out. DaCosta keeps the inside line.
Yeah, Vern's
and
got
then,
nowhere to go. That's the problem. And look at is that of Mitch Evans getting past
Yes.
both of the Porsches.
Yeah, the
It's a
Vern
good
line Lotto
start by
went down.
Mitch.
Here's lights out again. They've got to think about moving that start line because how on earth they're going to have 24 cars there
They've
next
already
year?
moved it. This was the best part of the track, really, because it's the only real you run to turn 4 is the only real kind of long straight on the track.
That's what happened to Lotto. Look, he got a tap from the back of, I think, Jake Dennis, maybe, as well. Because, or maybe not Jake Dennis, maybe Sims.
Dennis kept ahead.
Yeah.
It might have been
Sims, I'm thinking.
Roland.
Oh, yeah, Roland
was
damaged his
10th
front
to
wing,
start. Yeah. Him, Mitch Evans, Sam Bird all started in roughly the same place. So, yeah, Dennis had a little think about attacking John-Eric Verne, but couldn't quite pull it off in the end.
Oh, hang
And
on
I
a
think
minute.
the cheaters swapped positions during this lap.
Just realised that you weren't on for a second so during that.
Sorry about that.
No, it wasn't you. It was me not pressing the button. Look, they all hit the bump and all slide around. And then here comes the contact. Watch further back. Sam Bird's going to be driven into. Oh, Roland's already gone. Roland already came across that. And Gunther too. So, look, Roland already had the
Gunther's at the
accident,
back. Yeah, that's Boemi who's in the back of Degrassi there.
Yeah, and
Not
where's
for the first time in a row.
Where's that contact come then? Over the bump. There, Gunther lost it on the bump and hit the wall on the inside right. That's where he lost his wheel. But already,
Sims
yeah.
going. No, that looks like
No, it's Gunther. It's
Askew or
Gunther.
one of the Andretti's. Yeah,
It's
it was
definitely- yeah.
Gunther then. Gunther goes for the inside and then ends up being stuck behind Boemi.
And then it's just
losing more of his front wing. Yeah, there we go. It's just all a bit chaotic, and it's Sam. But it started with Sam Bird losing that bit of his front wing.
Yeah.
In the back of, I didn't see who that was.
Roland
So here we
spins
go,
on his own. That's what I was saying. Yeah, and then he goes collected by
Yeah, he
Degrassi.
loses it and just doesn't have enough time to avoid the wall.
Yeah.
And then Degrassi
Oh.
has nowhere to go as well. It's a chain reaction, really.
So he kind of got
Oh, there we
Race
go.
director Scott Elkins.
kind of got pushed back the other way into the back.
Okay,
That was Mortara, actually,
Mortara
who
gets
was
through,
first to hit him. And Mortara and Bird are
Well,
now
hang on.
missing bits of the front
That
wheel
guy's
covers.
eating. That guy's eating in race control. You ain't got time to snack, mate. You've got to keep an eye on this motor race. You're in charge of 22 racing drivers' lives.
It's hungry work. It's hungry work, Josh.
So there's Gunther's car being withdrawn with the JCB. I hope they don't just plan to go green because the track needs sweeping as well. There's debris everywhere. 2 tyre barriers are damaged at very crucial parts of the track. We are going to go into added time, though, by the way. So the time under the safety car, for every lap, 40 seconds gets added back onto the race time. So you'll see at the top corner where the safety car flag is on your YouTube stream, it's going to go to added time, added on with 5 minutes to go. Right. Let's take a quick look at the YouTube chat after that one. Come on, they still not learned as well. SHT saying, are the FA doing this again for not putting out the red flag? SHT says, Scott Mann, he did the same thing last time in Saudi Arabia, as you mentioned, Ed, as well. Unbelievable, this race director. Apparently, they all managed to get away from the car park somehow. That was some Synthol. Grid Network, good morning to you. Synthol then says, it's okay. They didn't deploy the red flag because somehow everyone in the car park got away, put the full course yellow out, and safety car got deployed way too late. They did, yeah. Safety car should have been out immediately.
Yeah, I thought you calling for red flag was a little premature because there's a case you see a traffic jam that doesn't mean they can't get out of the way. Quickly.
I was hearing loads of crunching though. Yeah.
Le Fate Ignoreme. Oh, maybe I should see that one. I'm not sure. I went to the cinema. They only had like Sonic 2 on Morbius.
I know. I walked by the cinema yesterday and thinking, what's going on?
Fantastic Beast movie or whatever J.K. Rowling's nonsense is these days. But anyway,
there's
the Fate Ignoreme sounded interesting. There's the safety car, and they always have it was the Mini here last time, so I assume that's one of the Porsches.
Yeah, it's one of the Porsches out there this weekend. The Mini safety car came and went within the season, and everybody hated it anyway. It looked
I guess like because BMW had gone, so there was no need to get the Mini.
And the BMW itself went as well, didn't they? That one from 2014. So the Porsche.
I sort of feel a little bit like Scott Elkins wasn't totally responsible for what happened because the decision to go for the safety car wasn't like premature or anything. It was a case of the guy disobeyed instructions and drove the recovery vehicle onto the track, and a series of maybe arguably the worst you can say is maybe the communication wasn't great, but he was so busy trying to fix the situation that there wasn't really time to tell the drivers to back off suddenly. So that was it was all a bit of a everyone was kind of reacting to this marshal that clearly wasn't doing what they were told, and given it's Saudi Arabia, I doubt that marshal will ever be seen again.
We joke, but seriously, in that part.
Yeah.
Safety car,
that's not a joke.
Oh no,
anyway,
I say yeah.
Safety car's coming in, man.
Very serious as well. Like, they put that as the situation over there. After 2 races in Saudi Arabia now that have both nearly killed people so far this year, and even in the Dakar, we had an exploded mine right next to one of the drivers, as you said, Ed, in our Formula 1 pre-qualifying show when I invited you on because I needed an expert on the area. It should have been changed.
Safety car in this lap. Safety car in this lap. Confirm.
But even GP racing, which is very pro Formula 1, pro establishment line, their main article was about
10 car lengths
missiles going to why we're racing in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
And I think it's the question Formula E has to ask as well, because they had their own missile strike that was directly at the circuit, not just the nearby oil refinery.
Yeah, it was at the
remaining.
The grace of God, really, in the anti-air missile system, which we know is not infallible. But anyway, that's something that I guess we'll just have to deal with. Is loads of Formula just waiting for the 10-year contract to end, and it's sort of something that Agag did, and the new management, Jamie Regal, basically just had to, you just had to grin and bear it, guys. But anyway, in Rome, we get going again.
Yep, safety car's in, so it'll be Stoffel Van Dorn who'll lead them to the line. Green flags are out then. We're back racing here,
Very
finally.
on board with Robin Brown here.
Yeah, looking great as they head down towards turn number 4 and 5 with driver's eye. Well, it's actually 1 and 2 now, isn't it? We're past the finish line.
Caution, cold brakes.
Yeah, Van Dorn being warned about cold brakes as they go through the first real braking zone down at turn 3, across the start line where we started this race. So we will have added time. That'll get added back later on with about 5 minutes to go as Vern is under pressure slightly from Jake Dennis, who was thinking about a move to the inside. Bird's got damage, remember, but look how close Friends is. Friends is right with Van Dorn. He's staying with him. He might go for a move.
We saw this in Mexico, didn't we, Josh? He was using energy aggressively. Here we go. He's having a think about the outside, but Van Dorn has got it covered.
Yeah, breaks the inside line, and no one going for a car park manoeuvre just yet. No yellows. Degrassi's past Giovinazzi as well.
To Robin's radio, see if he's got anything interesting to say.
I'll find it on the. Here we go. Robin Francis Radio is open on the radio channel. We were listening to Stoffel Van Dorn's. Now we've opened up Robin Francis. So any radio messages you hear will come from the number 4, and they're all still so bunched together.
DL1 confirm.
DL1 confirm. Yeah. So driver lap 1. Oh,
Okay.
Lots of crunching of carbon fibre.
I think DL1 might be setting it, so maybe he was going a bit too aggressive to try and overtake Van Dorn there. So they're setting, maybe he was in DL like for, or it could be something to do with recharging the battery and lifting and coasting.
I'm surprised no drivers went for the attack mode on this restart before they came in, because attack
Well, they're
mode is
also
open.
bunched together. The problem
Yeah.
is you lose position, and it might be better. The ideal thing you want to do is build a gap, come out right in front of the person behind you, and then start gaining ground.
Josh Plays has told us there is a 6-minute time extension, and that is the truth. It's come up on the monitor just
Well,
alongside us
that's
here.
provided there isn't a safety car that lasts into the last 5 minutes of the race.
Yes, and then the race will just get cancelled because there's no point going out on that procedure like we saw back in Saudi. Well, they'll cancel that added time, and everybody was a bit confused with that one.
Set fastest lap 1:43.8, but I guess they're all still
too
getting
close.
back up to racing speeds at this point.
Or
With them all being bunched up behind one another. Da Costa looking like he really wants to attack De Vries though.
Look at Degrassi's broken front nose as well. That's going to be causing him not a lot of problems. Franz?
Please codes.
Blue 1110, green 6049.
Franz looking good out there as well as they swing back through. And look how close he is to the back of Van Dorn. He's getting so fast down the back straightaways that when we enter the Coliseum sections as well, and that tricky turn 12-13 chicane, he just can't keep up. He can't keep in the tracks with him. Van Dorn's just got him.
It's really hard to overtake here. You have to sort of have attack mode. So it's really going to come down to strategy, really. And with De Vries right behind him, Franz is in a kind of really tricky position.
DL0 confirm. DL0.
DL0 now, so they've switched whatever they switched on, they've switched off. So I guess that was battery saving, maybe. No one's
Possibly,
going,
yeah. It definitely looked like he wasn't pushing
Copy
as
is
hard
not
in the
correct.
last couple of laps. Mitch
Extra
Evans
time,
right
6,
behind
confirm.
Jake Dennis
Extra
though.
time, 6.
Driver radio keeps coming on as well. I'm so surprised I can actually talk with them all.
Extra time.
And hang on a second, Cassidy and Askew have taken attack mode. So Cassidy
Matt,
and
what is it
Askew
now?
have taken it.
Yeah, there we go. They had a bit of a gap behind to the Dragon of Sete Kamara, and they've come out about a couple of seconds behind Sims, I think.
Extra
yeah,
time
1.5
8,
Cassidy's
please
is the
confirm.
gap.
Extra time 8.
Extra time, 8 minutes they're thinking now on the board. We've got a question from Vincent as well, saying as well, how many attack modes in race you get to activate it twice for 4 minutes each, so a total of 8 minutes you can use attack mode for. You can arm it 5 times maximum, so you can drive over the sensors 5 times to activate. Only twice.
There's
though.
a sensor before
Yes.
and at the end of the activation zone, so that's what that indicates then. But it's 2 uses. So Cassidy Askew got the first one out of the way. Everyone else is going to use it a bit later on. And look at this bumper going into that. Looks like which turn is this? This is the sort of Piazza.
Yes, turn 4.
Turn 4, yeah, of course, just after the starting line. So when they're at full speed, it's really bumpy. Whereas on the first lap,
Oh,
there was a
correction,
little
turn
bit-
7. Sorry, it's turn 7, isn't it? Sorry, that's
Turn
the
7,
bumper part.
sorry,
Yeah.
yes.
The track looks
no wonder,
identical.
No wonder it was so much more bumpier.
Yeah, the track looks identical. It's involving car 30 Roland and 48 Mortara under investigation for causing a collision. So that was Roland is out of the race. No, he's not. He's in 20th, and Mortara. Where is Mortara on the screen now? He's in 11th place. So that must have been the original accident.
Oh, Da Costa, I think, is about to go for attack mode here.
Yep, he is. And did he miss it? Did he activate it? He missed it!
No, he didn't. He got
he's
it.
got it. Whoa, just on the sensor.
Just in front of Jake Dennis as well.
Does he get
so
ahead?
He slots back into 5th. So he's only lost the position to Vern, his teammates. That's ideal for Antonio Felix Da Costa.
Yeah, 13% power increase for...
Sims is going into it too, and
Reserves.
he's come up just behind Cassidy. So Cassidy has jumped ahead of Sims.
So all the drivers who have turned blue on your timing monitor, that's the attack
And
mode.
the Porsche have gone for it now as well. So that puts Bird up to 8th. Mitch Evans had overtaken both of the Porsches, so this is them trying to get back in front, I think.
And look at Van Dorn. He's looking in his mirrors as well. He's thinking about where Franz is going to go. Franz looks to the inside, down towards turn number 4, and takes the lead of the Rome ePrix.
Good move by Robin Friends, and I predicted him to win, so
Is it
I'm
good
sort of hoping
enough?
he holds on here.
Well, look at Van
But,
Dorn. Van Dorn staying
yeah.
with him over the bump. Jumps it down. Even De Vries is looking for a move here. Looks like they backed off.
Vern is going to get out of the Costa's way pretty soon, I'm sure. Look, here he is down the inside.
Oh, that's late on the brakes, and through goes Da Costa. Vern lets the place through, which was nice of him.
Da Costa is going to chew through these guys because he's going for attack mode first. He's basically going to gain track position, but he's going to be vulnerable later on when he runs out.
So Frines takes the lead on lap 6 of the race, as this race is going to continue for another 6 minutes of race. De Vries's radio's open.
28 minutes plus 1 lap to go.
Okay, well, they just open. I'll tell you what, the TV direction here in Rome this weekend has been absolutely shocking as well. They even in qualifying, it was
more
really
than
bad.
usual. Oh, here we go. I think the leaders are trying to respond to what
Here we go.
Da Costa is doing.
Yeah, here comes Van Dorn. Here comes De Vries. Here comes
And
Vern. And look at the black lines that Da Costa let down as well as they get going again.
Dennis going into attack mode as well, so Evans has got ahead of him.
047.
That's Frines being told that you're the only one without the attack mode now. As 2 minutes for Da Costa, who's only in P2. Frines leads by 1.8 seconds.
Got to hope that Da Costa runs out,
Yeah.
because if he goes in now, he's going to come in behind Van Dorn.
Both
Right.
in attack behind, same for
There's the
Da
replay.
Costa, Jeff and Dennis.
Nice move on the inside as well. Really nice move.
Yeah, I think Van Dorn was saving energy, and Frank just brake late and went for it. And that's the problem when you don't have a gap behind you. You can't really do exactly what you want. And look, here we come, Lotterer on Bird.
Oh, that's going to be tight. Bird trying to get through. Lotterer goes round the outside of him.
Well, there was only
Lotterer
just
goes
enough
to
space
ninth.
there, wasn't there? Bird's already lost a bit of his car. I think he was about to lose more of it if he wasn't
Blue
careful.
1124, green 1300.
Yeah, Bird's already got a broken wing. He doesn't want another one as he goes down the defensive as well. He's under pressure now. Is that Nelson Cassie? Oh, Mortara. 5-second time penalty causing a collision.
If we can have about 1 second.
Okay.
Mortara down in 13th behind Sims at the moment because he's just gone into attack mode. So really, Frines needs to just hold on for the next 40 seconds or so. And then Da Costa will hopefully hold off Van Dorn for a bit, and Frines can build a gap and go into attack mode. So this is working out brilliantly for Robin Frines because he made that move exactly when he needed to.
More radio channels coming through. Oh, I found out what it is. It's the Formula E ERC chat, which is pinging us, which is why you're hearing everything. I'm just going to mute that for a second. So Ed's not being pinned.
Frines goes into attack mode.
Yeah,
and he comes up just ahead of Da Costa.
That's crucial.
There we go.
So crucial as Da Costa's only got 30 seconds left of his attack mode. He's right in the back of Frines, but that's it. Frines takes the lead and will keep it. Perfect time then for Envision after a miserable start to the year. Finally, they're coming good here in Rome for round 4 and 5 tomorrow around the 3.380 kilometre circuit. Dennis has been opened up in the mini box as well. He's closing in the back of Evans.
Good job.
And it's all looking good. A good job was Frines being told over the radio there. Like a pat on the back.
No dramatics in Vision Racing there.
Yeah.
But yeah, now Da Costa's run out. Van Dorn is going to have a go at him, and he's got De Vries close behind as well. So Frines is not out of the woods yet because Mercedes could still counterattack later in the race, depending on the energy as well. But certainly Da Costa has jumped up. And here we go. Here comes Van Dorn.
Yeah, so fast now on Da Costa as well. He's going to be a sitting duck, especially over this
Where
bump.
they crashed last year. They need to be careful.
Moves to the inside. Van Dorn just blocks in. Look at Vern thinking about the outside manoeuvre on maybe De Vries, but the braking speed was too much. Vern stays behind in 5th, but through goes Van Dorn into 2nd position. And crucially, they haven't lost too much time to Frines. They're all still racing together. But Van Dorn's out of attack mode in a minute. So is De Vries. So is Da Costa. Oh, Da Costa in it. So Van Dorn, De Vries, Vern, Dennis, Mortara, all in less than a minute, are gone on the attack modes.
Yeah, De Vries is going to have a go at Da Costa surely before he runs out here. Unless Da Costa goes for another attack. Here we go. Up the inside. That's a really late move by Nick De Vries.
Oh,
and they just have no space to go through. Oh, Da Costa could just touch the wall there.
Just touched the wall as well, and now look at the outside. Here comes Evans taking attack mode, and that's going to allow Jake Dennis through as well. But
Good decision by Evans.
Yeah.
He's got just enough gap to come out ahead of the, that looks like Verline.
And Vern 4th, Da Costa down to 5th. So Vern did lose 2 places there as he was nearly shoved into the wall. Da Costa tried to gamble.
I think he won't be happy about that because
Yeah.
De Vries sort of made a move at a place you don't really see people make a move because it's only really wide enough for one car. So someone had to give way, and it was Da Costa, unfortunately. But
We've had
thankfully he was able to continue. He didn't completely feed him in the wall, but he didn't leave him much choice.
We've had a correction. It's only 5 minutes and 15 seconds, the time extension. And Giovinazzi's
Yeah, there we go.
Giovinazzi's under investigation for a overspeed of the full course yellow. As down the inside, Bird takes Cassidy for 10th position.
Yeah, and that's Bird not in attack mode, and neither is Cassidy. So that was just Bird catching him out there and chasing out. He's trying to get back on song with the Porsche.
Oh, side by side now,
here we
Vern.
go. De Vries on Vern.
Yeah,
Vern trying to get past De Vries, rather.
Yeah, De Vries just blocks the inside line. Vern tried the outside manoeuvre, didn't work out, and that's allowed Da Costa and Dennis to catch back up. Evans is on attack mode. He can take the pair of them here and try for third place because Frines and Van Dorn are beginning to check out at the front.
Yeah, Frines has still got his attack mode. He's built up a 1.2 second gap to Stoffel Van Dorn. So Van Dorn not out of it yet, but certainly Frines in a very, very strong position as long as he can keep that energy under control. And Evans now sort of a bit out of sync with the others. He's got a lot of ground to make up, though. I'm not sure he's quite going to be able to get on the podium, but Dennis and Da Costa will be very vulnerable to him in the next couple of minutes.
Degrassi's going to lose his attack mode, and he's trying to get past Oliver Askew as well. The two Neos are 20th and 21st. Turvey and Tick are the two most caught up in that accident, but they did bunch back up after the safety car. They've already, look at that, they're so far behind.
Past them. That's the problem, yeah.
They've just dropped off the face of the race.
Roland's giving Giovinazzi a lot of trouble, though, so potentially he gets a penalty there. But Seti Kamara has kept Buemi behind, which is very impressive.
And it's again getting quite acceleration here. Here's Dennis then at the top of the hill. Frines is out of attack mode. 3 seconds left, 2 seconds left. 1. Out goes Frines of attack mode. And Evans is... Oh, big lock-up from... That was Da Costa again. Big lock-up coming in towards turn 3. That's going to allow Dennis a little bit of a run, but Evans is much faster. He's got much more power. He locks the brakes on the rears, trying to get it stopped. And Dennis just nudges Da Costa wide.
Oh.
Dennis beautifully goes on the outside. He knocked Da Costa wide. And here comes Evans on much faster speed and much on the energy attack as well. Dennis cuts the
Dennis
inside
held
line.
him off there, and Da Costa is still there on the outside, I think.
Dennis
But
blocks
he's got
it.
through.
Oh, they jump over as well. It always terrifies me, that one as well. Da Costa rams the back of Evans, and a little bit more of the cheetah bodywork gets lobbed off the front of that car.
Lego falling off the front of the car there.
Yeah. It is. It's Lego. Where's your car? Are you sure it's not out there?
Oh, yeah, there we go. Yeah,
Green 4125.
There you go. Just broke the front wing off. That'll do it. Dennis
bit
then.
of the nose, yeah. I thought your nose is all one big piece, so
right.
it's just a scratch. Maybe a bit of the sticker peeled off there. But here we go. Evans is out of their attack mode now, so he was only really able to get in front of Da Costa because of the move by Dennis there. That just shows even with attack mode, you really have to pick your moment and catch someone out. Look at the gap. Frines has pulled out now. It's certainly looking difficult for the Mercedes to win this race now, with Frines starting to pull away, unless they're doing something clever with the energy. And oh, look at this. Evans hasn't given up on trying to pass Jake Dennis just yet, has he?
Bird's taking attack mode, and this is Evans again. Look, locking up as Dennis did tag the back of Da Costa and forced him wide.
Let's hope he doesn't get a penalty for that one.
R2 as well. We've opened up Mitch Evans' race control chat as well, and... did Da Costa turn on him? Did Dennis have right to room? Was it too late? I think looking at it, braking, turning. No, I think Dennis should have backed out of that one. What do you think? He wasn't fully alongside.
A bit late. I think Da Costa was going quite slow on the outside on the racing line. But I think Dennis committed to the move, and when Da Costa turned in, it was a bit too late to back out. So I would say racing incident there, in my opinion. But Van Dorn has got the gap down to 0.7 since Frines ran out of attack mode, so he's been able to claw back. And Van Dorn has got the fan boost at his disposal, which Robin Frines does not, unfortunately. So, once again, Robin Frines losing the popularity con. This is like Monaco again. Remember, Da Costa used fan boost to take him at Monaco as well.
He did, yeah, up the hill.
And Frines ended up losing the win because of, partly because of that, but also he just about beat Evans on the line to second, so it wasn't a total disaster for Robin Frines. But certainly he could take his first win in a long, long while here, if he can hold on to this. But Van Dorn is going to throw everything at his disposal at the Envision car.
So if you're just joining us and want to know the fan boost, it's Stoffel Van Dorn, Nick de Vries, Antonio Giovinazzi, Antonio Felix da Costa, and Jean-Eric Verne, the drivers who have got fan boost as well. As Frines takes attack mode, and that's going to allow Van Dorn to take the lead of the race. Frines has got more power though. This might not go the way Van Dorn wants it to. Frines, that was a tactical move, I feel.
Yeah, and he's gone for his second attack mode very, very early though. So Mercedes might be thinking, right, we've made them call their bluff here. And look at this, Evans ahead of Verne, because Verne has gone for attack mode now as well. And he's got ahead of Dennis as well.
This is crucial.
So Evans on a charge.
What a fantastic race this is. Boy, have we missed Formula E in the past couple of weeks as well. It's all about...
We've had to make do with the sim racing Formula E as well, which has been entertaining in its own way.
Yeah, well, at least Nick Homewood's not crashing into people. Anyway, moving on. France to the inside line. The 4 takes the 5. Down at 4. Brilliant move.
Good job. We are 1% up on
You
Jeff.
were waiting for that one, weren't you?
I was. I've been writing that down for ages in that one.
Yeah, but now France really needs to pull a gap because surely now the way is clear for once France runs out, Mercedes will both go for attack mode in the closing stages.
Yeah, I think.
Provided there's not a safety car.
Oh, look at Vern!
And here comes Vern, trying to get back past Evans.
Locks up,
on the
doing
outside.
so.
Good defense from Evans there. He didn't give up that one very easily, did he?
Vern had
but
too much
surely
power.
Vern is going to have another go here.
Yeah, Vern had too much power. He just locked up after he hit the jump as well. It unsettled the car. Wonder if that might give you an energy spike. I wonder if post-race we'll be seeing anybody getting penalties for going over 250.
It's so hard to read that from the off-board cameras, though, Josh.
I know.
It's only really the telemetry that gives that away. And look how bunched they're all getting now. It's almost like Frone's in attack mode, just trying to save energy all of a sudden. Van Dorn on the radio.
That is Stephen Lane.
And apparently, we're just trying to work out what's happening now because Jake Dennis is splitting the two DS to cheaters as things currently stand as well. He's looking absolutely
There we go. Van Dorn goes for attack mode.
Well,
and he slots out just behind De Vries.
That sounds tactical to me for Van Dorn.
So he's just ahead of Evans.
And De Vries will now get out of his way so that he can go and set off. He's got another minute and 46 seconds of attack mode. This is Robin Friends on the inside down at turn 4, getting on the inside, taking a lovely move. That was textbook, really, wasn't it? And Van Dorn didn't even defend
That was not much Van Dorn could do. He saw him coming, he held his line on the outside, really, and Robin just had to get on the brakes in time, as Verline has set the fastest lap, 142.6. Which is good. He might get an extra point for that as he's busy battling with Jake Dennis and keeping DaCosta behind. Here we go. The switch happens. Nick De Vries plays the team game and lets Stoffel Van Dorn through.
And now we've got Evans just on the back and Vern still on another 90 seconds of attack mode as well. Friends is escaping to the distance, but Vern's going to chase them all down. Look at this. Vern is now much, much hungry now as they jump over down towards turn number 7. And look at this. Evans trying to go defensive. De Vries is there until Vern locks up once again. They almost run into each other into the braking zone. My goodness. They can't get it right.
Going behind by overtaking De Vries.
Yeah,
good move by Mitch Evans. Both him and the Mercedes were not on attack mode there, so it was really just Mitch Evans catching Nick De Vries out there. And now he's right behind Stoffel Van Dorn, which is not what he wanted at all. Evans yet to use attack mode, so once Friends and Van Dorn run out, Evans suddenly in the box seats here.
This is Van Dorn with De Vries' radio.
And now De Vries is being told to take attack mode. That was...
Oh, so we've just heard De Vries has been told to take attack mode. Jack Nichols has just told us that. That was what we heard on the radio.
Yeah, and is Evans going to do the same, though?
Let's take a look. We're on Evans' radio.
We're up on everyone ahead.
No, they're both, neither of them went for it. So clearly they want to wait until Friends and Van Dorn run out so they can get the maximum delta. The only danger with that is Van Dorn and Friends could, especially Van Dorn, could just pull away here.
Yeah.
With his extra 2 minutes. Friends is about to run out now. The gap is 0.7 to Van Dorn, so I think he's going to be really, really vulnerable. We're going to need to see all the defensive moves from Robin Friends here.
Sette Camera, Tictum and Giovinazzi under investigation for failure to do safety car procedure as well. And Dennis and DaCosta are under investigation as well for contact down at turn 4. Here comes Van Dorn then. Friends has run out of attack mode and Van Dorn has got another minute 34 left.
It's going to be the toughest 90 seconds of Robin Friends' life.
It's not going to work though. It's at the wrong part of the track for him to be this close on the run down towards turn number 7. And Van Dorn's going to be in the tow as well. Look how close he is.
Yeah, Friends can just hold the inside here, but he goes all the way around the outside of him. Wow, that was supremely confident by Stoffel Van Dorn, and he retakes the lead.
Beautiful move for Van Dorn.
Delta November Hotel.
For Delta November Hotel. So Van Dorn leads again here in Rome on lap 14.
Is that him saying what he wants to have with his victory celebration now? Or is that code to do with the energy management for sure?
So
we're trying to make sure that he hasn't used too much power doing that move.
So we've got
now Evans is going to go for attack mode, surely, because he's built up a bit of a gap to De Vries. And surely once he does that, Friends might be in danger of losing second place as well to the Jaguar.
We're just being told, Cynthia says as well, they said push to take attack mode on Nick De Vries' team radio. Nice move from Van Dorn, says Vincent as well.
De Vries hasn't gone for it, though.
No, they haven't. They stay out of it. So they were going to take it. They haven't now. Bird's actually been passed by Verline. So Bird goes to 9th, Mortara to 10th, Lotto down to 11th position. And this was the move again. A beautiful dummy from Van Dorn.
Yeah, in fairness, not a whole lot that Robin Freins could do, but he didn't quite pull the gap earlier on. And there was a bit of debris on the outside there, so Van Dorn was very lucky not to hit that. But there we go. Fastest light for Mortara now, as he's in attack mode, trying to challenge Sam Bird. But here's Vern trying to fight with De Vries.
This is getting very close indeed. And look at this. Evans is now joined the party. He's further back as well. That's Degrassi trying to go lay on the brakes as well.
That's Mortara.
Oh, sorry, it's Mortara and Bird. These two came together early on in the race. Yeah, well, they've both of the rockets have got
to
damage.
prove it on the car as well.
Both of the rockets have got damage there, so it's quite hard to tell them. And they've both got similar helmets, so good spot there, Ed. As we see, here comes Vern. He does the inside line, catches De Vries. He can't get it stopped though, just about. And De Vries settles in behind Vern in front of Dennis. But Vern was so late and so close to the wall. He tried that a year ago.
Fantastic move though. Yeah. You saw he sold the dummy on Nick De Vries. Nick De Vries, I think. We saw him really being very over-defensive in Mexico. Here, he's been the opposite, really. He let Van Dorn through. He sort of was caught out completely by Evans, and now Vern has done the same to him.
And now here comes
we
Evans.
We have 1% on Prince, 2% to Van Dorn ahead. Looking really good, and we have a gap.
That's Evans' radio as well, telling them we've got a gap.
Evans has got 1% more than
he's going for
ahead of him. And here we go. He's going for attack mode.
Yeah, has to. He's got the gap at the moment with these two battling each other. De Vries doesn't take it as well. He's stuck in this battle. De Vries can't take attack mode. He's losing time now, and he's going to have to hope that there's a safety car later on in this race. But 12 minutes plus a lap to go. Then we'll have added time. Dennis going for it. Dennis gets ahead of De Vries. Dennis has passed De Vries. Unbeknownst to us, where is it? There's Dennis. Dennis is ahead of De Vries.
Wow, Dennis has really been on the defensive in this whole race. It's good to see him making a move. But he was on they were right over the bump there, and Vern had to make the move.
Van Dorn's
last moment there. Here we go. Da Costa's got past De Vries as well. Something's really gone wrong with De Vries' car here. And here comes Mortara.
It's Van Dorn. Van Dorn's
stopping. The lead.
Van Dorn's got a problem. Freins leads. It's Van Dorn with the issue. He's slowing. And hang on, no, you're right. That is De Vries. Hang on a second. The timing screens are glitching. That's Van Dorn. He's been passed. Freins got ahead. And there goes Evans.
As well now.
So that is De Vries with an issue. Both of Mercedes hitting problems.
Is Van Dorn trying to save energy for the end of the race here?
Well, both of them are having problems. We thought it was De Vries. We thought it was Van Dorn, but it was De Vries. He's dropped to 10th position. Van Dorn's dropped out for the top 3. Had a second lead to Freins.
This is ideal for Mitch Evans. Surely he's going to breeze past Robin Freins now with his 2.5 minutes of attack mode, unless Robin Freins has the most heroic defense ever. But I think it's going to be too much even for him. Here we go. He's already on the defensive.
And another 2.5 minutes is not going to be possible. Freins has used all of his attack modes. Evans is going to take the lead here with some brilliant tactics as well. He's going around the hairpin now. He's trying to find the positions, trying to find the moves. It's not working out. Mercedes are in trouble. No idea what happened to De Vries. I thought it was Van Dorn. Dennis takes attack mode because he's got the gap to Da Costa, so he doesn't lose a position. De Vries finally takes attack mode, but is it too little too late? As the top 3 run together, Van Dorn seems to have rejoined the group. So whatever problems hit the Mercedes have gone.
Yeah, and this is going to be the absolute best opportunity for Evans. He's got this lap and maybe one more if he can't quite put it off. But I really don't think, after we saw Van Dorn go all the way around the outside of Freins, I don't think he can really do anything for Evans either.
Evans trying to go right around the outside on the run to turn 4. Evans takes the lead with 9 minutes to go.
And that's Evans, who started, 8th, 9th on the grid? Overtook both Porsches at the start, overtook Vern,
9th,
overtook Van Dorn, and now overtook Freins.
Evans leads, and
Mortara is up to 6th now, ahead of Da Costa.
Where's this?
So
what is happening?
Despite his penalty, his post-race is still having an excellent run.
This is changing every single second. You don't know where to look as things stand. This is Evans then taking the lead. And Evans, that was him over the radio.
Copy.
And there's the cheer in the background.
Well done, mate. Well done.
That was how Freins got by Van Dorn.
Targets from here. That's it. Max efficiency.
And that's Evans' radio. And Roland's in the pit lane, says Josh Plays. Mortara is on fire now.
That was really fair by Van Dorn, because he could have easily put Robin Freins in the wall there, and he didn't. So very clean racing between the two. But Mitch Evans 1.1 ahead of Frines now. It's difficult to see. Jaguar have outfoxed everyone with Mitch Evans. Sam Bird has not had an easy time of it by comparison. But I just got a text from Jack Pickering after he got by Frines.
Oh, yes.
Which said, as I was saying, because he predicted Jaguar to win.
He did, yeah.
I wasn't sure if it was Evans or Bird, but I'm pretty sure it was Evans, actually, that he said. So fair play to him as Dennis goes into attack mode and comes out just ahead of Vern. So Dennis is going to be on the charge for the podium here.
Oh.
Right at death.
Cassidy and Askew have dropped down into part there. Well, they've passed.
Season second attack mode. Remember, they used it right at the start and then they held off. So
they've got their
Bird
second
has
attack
gone in
mode.
as well, so he's going to try and get back past Verline, DaCosta, and Mortara.
Dennis has been given a 5-second time penalty for causing a collision. So Jake Dennis, that fourth place is gone. Yeah,
surely.
Yeah, it will be. So that 4 seconds is gone. And now...
That's a big shame. But if he can clear Van Dorn, he can maybe finish ahead of Vern.
As this is, again, that was Verline behind DaCosta, trying to have a go. As De Vries has got Lotterer just behind him. Cassidy's past Degrassi.
Mercedes have got it under control, so I definitely think they were just struggling with energy or thinking about later in the race. As Van Dorn now continues to battle Robin Frines, and now he's got Dennis behind him, so he really needs to clear Frines if he wants to finish on the podium here.
Evans' radio being played in the background there as well, as at the moment Hazel Southwell's actually tweeted saying as well, De Vries has tons of energy as well with time remaining, so I can only think
he's gone into his minute of attack mode, but the problem is Sam Bird ahead of him is also in attack mode and will have a bit more of it.
Yeah, she says, I can only think Mercedes are struggling with temperatures in the MGU or maybe inverter during races because there's no reason they should be slipping back. As at the inside, Dennis makes a move on Van Dorn.
Oh, that's a late move as well, and that's exactly where we saw De Vries overtaking DaCosta earlier. There we go, Dennis onto the podium.
No one's used their attack mode yet, so that's interesting to note.
No one used their fan boost, though.
That's the one, fan boost.
That's interesting, yeah, because I think there was a rule you couldn't use it in the last 5 minutes or something. Because
remember,
your energy.
The added time hasn't been added yet. That would be in the last...
Oh, that's true, yes. I think Van Dorn is going to wait to use it near the end then to try and get back onto the podium. But Dennis is going to... Oh, he's only got 14 seconds left. I think Frines might be good for second here.
Confirm laps on dash. Confirm laps.
10.
Copy.
So
is that how many laps he's completed then?
Yeah, 5.
Are we safe for the bubble?
Safe for the bubble.
It's close to the bubble. You are on the long, and you can make the long work. We stay where we are.
Okay, so they're thinking they've got the energy to make it long.
How much energy Dennis has used? He's on 28% to look at Frines and Evans. Like 1 or 2 ahead of him. Then you've got Van Dorn, who's 2% better than him.
Dennis can't win.
Van Dorn is still going to be a threat here, and here comes Dennis pushing like crazy to get in front of Frines.
Late on the brakes, down towards turn 7 and makes the move. Well done.
9.
Surely Jake Dennis is going to run out in front of Robin Frines before the end of the race time, unless he's able to save like crazy in whole position.
Yeah, nothing on the radio coming through.
Any threat from behind, energy and pace.
That's Evans.
Frines has been saving. He is now 0.5% down. He's trying to recover.
It's not Frines you got to worry about. It's Dennis now, isn't it?
So we're good. You just concentrate on targets and efficiency.
So Evans hasn't even been told that Dennis is charging through the field as well and using more energy.
It just happens, so yeah.
This is live uncensored radio, by the way. It's not delayed like in Formula 1. You hear it, we hear it as well. As Dennis takes second as well. Frines trying to look to the inside line. They're all closing up massively into the hairpin. Van Dorn almost looks like he's running to the back of Frines as well. 2 cars out then. Oliver Rowland and Maximilian Gunther out of the race as well.
Shame to see Rowland
Dennis
succumb to the car injuries as Degrassi goes into attack mode number 2. Just behind Askew and Cassidy, so Degrassi really needs to make some places in the last 5 minutes, or last 10 minutes as it may end up being.
Degrassi's just taken the... Did you say that just then? Degrassi taking the attack mode.
We had the extra time added already, because I've not been keeping track of that.
Hasn't been added?
We are in the last...
No.
Yeah, we are sort of in the last 5 minutes now, so this is sort of where you'd expect them to add it, if they haven't already. But yeah, there we go.
If added time is added, I get a notification on the timing screen.
Yeah, we've not had it yet. There's the 5-second penalties for Sete Camera, Tictum, Giovinazzi. For the safety car procedure, so they clearly, at the back, they didn't line up properly, or they were a bit too far back, I think, is probably what that's about.
And Frines...
Unless they sped under the safety car.
November, Juliet, Lima, Sierra.
That's De Vries. So that's Evans on the radio as well. I'm just looking at De Vries as well, who's got 25% of energy. So he's now used up that energy he saved with everybody else running that late attack mode. And
Degrassi just got past Oliver Askew for 13th as well.
SHT
so
points
Degrassi making progress.
SHT points out that Turvey's activated attack mode, but he's down in 19th place. Added time, here we go. So added time now is on.
Added time.
As we will have a total of 5 minutes and 15 seconds added to the overall race. So now...
And we've got the +1 lap at the end as well. So, this is bad news for Dennis because he's got lowest energy, so he's hoping this ends as soon as possible so he can get on the podium. But Franz is surely going to attack him before this is over, I think.
So 8 minutes...
As long as Van Dorn doesn't pass him first.
So a total of 8 minutes and 30 seconds left in this race then. With the added time, the TV graphic is showing it very wrong, actually. We've got it the correct
Bird has also got back in front of Verline, so Bird having a decent recovery as well. He's right behind Mortara as Van Dorn uses fan boost.
Yeah, here we go then. Van Dorn's going to have the attack to try and get through Frines. Hasn't worked out that way yet. So who's going to make the move? There goes Van Dorn. Van Dorn takes the attack mode. Pulls it down to the inside line. Van Dorn late on the brakes and gets through. Ahead, up into third. So Van Dorn now passes Frines, but that's still going to be second.
That will sting for Robin Frines.
Yeah.
That will sting for him because that was completely a fan boost move. Nothing he could have done about that one.
But can he fight back? He's still... Oh, he's going to have to defend from Vern as well. As that's Van Dorn. That's Dennis slowing. Saving energy.
Dennis struggling with energy. And Frines is going to get him as well.
So that's put him back on the podium. That's going to give Frines a bit of a smile, but he knows he could have had the race win today.
But could have, should have.
Yeah.
Evans did the strategy best and caught everyone out by surprise. And the Jaguar was so efficient, actually. You could have wondered what could Bird have done if he hadn't got caught up in that incident. But he's still done a decent job to keep Mortara in his sights. Mortara with that penalty hanging over him, the 5 seconds. So Bird looking good for sixth here.
Safety car, for some reason. It's just come up on my monitor. I think it's a glitch, though, so don't jump just yet.
Oh, here comes Vern! On Dennis.
Yeah, Vern through, so that puts him up to 4th position. Dennis down to 5th.
Dennis is just coasting around now on 19%. He's got 1 or 2% less than the people around him, so he's desperately trying to make it to the end. Now Mortara is going to make easy meat of him. Could be 5th place for Sam Bird here, right behind the both of them.
It was a glitch. There is no safety car. So it flashed up on my timing screen, SC, which is the one actually we get from the data of Alchemy or whatever it is. That they get the track, and it flashed SC, but it is no safety car. It's gone away, and the green flag has been put back out again, so that's okay. That's different to the one you get on the timing screens with the driver tracker. This is the TV one that I sent you, Ed, actually, a while back. So we'll keep an eye on that. As here comes Mortara. He's on the attack now as well. Here he is on the inside line, trying to get ahead of Jake Dennis, and does so. Dennis is slipping, and now Bird's going to get through as well to 6th.
Mortara needs to pull a gap, though, if he wants to finish ahead of Jake Dennis, because he's got that 5-second penalty for the incident earlier on.
Yeah, they've both got it, remember? So it's Mortara and Dennis fighting for overall position. As here comes Bird.
Oh, that's true, yes.
Yeah, Bird
as here comes Sam Bird at the inside to take them on the road, as well as in
DaCosta.
timing.
DaCosta passing Verline.
Gets past Verline. Porsche have really not shown the pace we saw in Mexico, have they?
No.
They've not really been able to control this race, and it's been... they've been getting caught in battles, and De Vries as well is sort of in the same boat, isn't he?
Yeah, and Dario Facchetti was left with egg on his face saying that he thinks Lotto could have won the race today, and he got kicked out of the dual segment as well in Dual B alongside Frines, who was just much faster. Lotto ended that qualifying about 6/10 down. There is debris everywhere. They're going to have to make sure it's all removed before the second race.
Yeah, not sure
tomorrow.
which team that is, that the bit of the front wing is off.
I didn't see either. I presume it must be Rocket Venturi, because
could be Venturi, could be. I think Jaguar have got a weird sponsor on that.
They do, yeah.
Nose little winglet just in between the wheel guards and the front wing. But yeah, Van Dorn, Frines, and Vern really fighting over second position now. And Sam Bird's still putting pressure on Mortara. He will be ahead though in the final order as we go into extra time. We're in overtime, Josh.
That's a bit much on that graphic as well. There we go. It goes away, and an added time 5-minute
It's a
graphic.
bit intrusive at the whole side of the screen. You can just say, oh, we're in added time now in the top left corner. You don't need to do the whole side of the screen, taking away the timing.
Vern's using attack
there we go.
mode.
Oh, Vern using fan boost to try and get past Frines.
Well, is it going to work out? We're stuck on board with Sam Bird.
And De Vries and DaCosta using it as well, so they're all getting out of the way.
So De Vries uses it, Da Costa uses it, Verne's used it as well. We already know Van Dorn used it. It's just Giovinazzi we're waiting for at the moment. No one's actually making moves with it though, which is the real problem. We're on board with Sam. Oh, yes they are. Here we go. Look at this. It's all moves together as Frijns going to get bullied out by both Van Dorn and now by Verne. Frijns goes back.
You saw Frijns couldn't defend on the outside because he had Van Dorn right ahead of him. So Verne actually using the racecraft to his advantage there, and now Frijns has got Mortara for company behind him. Of course, won't lose a position because of Mortara's penalty post-race.
Yeah.
But Bird could also be a threat here when we know how quick the Jaguar is around Rome. Evans has won before. It looks like he's going to win again, isn't he, Josh?
Looks like
We
it.
took Jaguar's first victory here back in, was it 2018?
Wow, that was
it
was 2018. That was a weird one as well.
And Dawn on the radio, does he still think he can catch Evans? I don't think so.
7.5 seconds in the next couple of minutes. That's not possible unless there's an added lap that we miss on, because now we're in 14%, 3 to go. Actually, Ed, the energy could be a bit of a worry here. That's another 2 laps.
Yeah. Where is Dennis? Dennis has fallen down to 13th now on 13%.
Yeah.
Just behind Degrassi, who's on a similar energy load. Turvey has just cleared Giovinazzi, by the way, who's just gone into attack mode. So Turvey doing the best he can, but Sete Kamara really out driving that Dragon. He's right behind Dennis, I think.
Trying to push and find the time. It's not working out just yet. Giovinazzi has taken the attack mode, by the way, if we haven't mentioned that before.
Right behind, I mean, by right behind, Sete Kamara is 7 seconds behind J. Dennis.
Long
Actually,
gap.
right behind Degrassi.
Long gap between them at the moment, but here comes Verne as well, and Frijns coming with him as well. Van Dorn looks in the mirror.
Great battle for second, isn't it?
He looks like a snake in there. He looks like this. Here he goes. Look, Bird's going to be in the attack mode as well for this one. Here we go. Van Dorn goes defensive. Verne looks to the outside. Frijns and Mortara and Bird all look to the inside. 10-7.
Frijns is trying to do what Verne did to him there, because Verne was trying to overtake Van Dorn. Van Dorn blocked the inside and blocked the outside, rather. It looked like Frijns was going to slip down the inside
Something here down at turn 7 flashed up on our screens, but we're okay.
I think Cassidy's got by Lotterer for 10th.
They have, yeah.
So I think Lotterer in trouble.
Lotterer down at turn 7, so yeah, Lotterer is in trouble. Lotterer has dropped back a couple of positions, actually, and so has the 7s.
Bird locking up to try and get by Mortara, and just avoids hitting the back of him. Da Costa is joining this now as well. Frijns goes up the inside of Verne.
Down at the hairpin.
The Marconi Tower. You don't see moves there too often. So Verne trying to save energy then. He was being a bit too aggressive to try and pass Van Dorn, and it's come back to bite him.
There's another 2 laps to go of this race, depending on how quick Evans is. It's a 1:42 lap, and Evans has just started
gap
again.
for Evans. Yeah, here we go. This is the move again on board with Robin Frijns. Up the inside. Yeah, he just caught Verne napping.
Yeah, very nice.
Brilliant opportunism there by Robin Frijns. He's had a brilliant race, hasn't he?
Unless Evans... Oh, De Vries is in the pits. De Vries is out. Nick De Vries is out of the race.
Yeah, we did think he might have had a more terminal issue, and it's proved that way, hasn't it?
And look at Van Dorn.
Here we go. Frijns having another go at Van Dorn.
Van Dorn's in the wall.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, he just avoided that one. He was going into the wall there. He looked
It's a bit deceptive because the wall kind of closes in on the
outside.
So, but on the entry to the corner, you'll be okay. But Frijns back up to second then. So that's what we love about him. Never say die. And Verne having a go now.
Yeah, Verne's going to go to the inside. Van Dorn knows it. Goes defensive. Mortara goes to the outside. Verne is boxed in. And he just has to break. Bird's on the inside.
Here comes Sam Bird.
That happened last year against Mortara as well, the same corner. And it's touching again. Bird touching the back of Mortara. They had a massive crash at the end of last year's race down in that same corner. All 3 of them, actually.
No, he doesn't need to overtake Mortara, but he's giving it his level best, isn't he? Because he could go so much faster.
Well, yeah, he's being held up massively, yeah. Giovinazzi's out of attack mode, by the way. 29 seconds left of added time. Then we still have another lap to go. These guys are running out of energy.
Just on the 7%, 6% bubble, so Van Dorn could come back at him before the end.
6 seconds, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Evans is literally coasting as Bird goes through the inside line. Takes through on Mortara. So Bird goes 5th, and now he can attack. It's the last lap of the race. Evans has literally backed off so much so he wouldn't hit the line. Look, there he is. He just crosses it. We're after 2 seconds after so he just gets it. 2-second margin. So that bubble was close.
Sensible call then, and couldn't come soon enough for Robin Frijns either on 5% now.
Well, they had to do another lap. Everyone was saying,
the only,
no, it's
the only
happening
team
again.
that was planning for another lap were Neo and maybe Giovinazzi.
Yes, they were all thinking it was going to happen again. What happened
now
back
they
in
can breathe
Valencia?
through that energy now.
Look at Bird. Bird's going to go for a podium here. He's looking so much faster as he tries to get through. He nearly locks up into the back of third.
I
This is
get
Bird.
fourth, but I think a podium's out of reach here for Sam Bird. But look
Oh,
at him
really?
pushing with that wounded car, with missing the wheel arch. But he's lost a bit of the bodywork, but none of his speed, has he?
Van Dorn is so slow now. He's saving energy. Vern might go for a manoeuvre. Bird's certainly thinking about it. Over the jump they go.
Frank's down to 3%.
Who was that,
He should
Franks?
be coasting ahead of these guys.
Yeah, Bird is really bad at... Sorry, Franz is really bad at the moment as well. Debris everywhere as well. That's another end plate. So that must have been from Lotterer.
potentially.
Yeah. Who had that damage. 2% for Lotterer, actually. So he's really under pressure. He might not make it to the finish as well. But for Mitch Evans, it's going to be 4 different races and 4 different winners in the Formula E World Championship of Series 8 as they come through here in Rome, where Evans is just coming into turn 17 and 18 now. Here he is. We've opened up his team radio as well to listen as everyone else going for a last-ditch manoeuvre. Bird might try and get through on Vern. It hasn't worked
There's
out that
nowhere to
way.
overtake here, unless he can get right behind, but it's going to be way too risky, I think. I think that's it, but still a great recovery by Jaguar.
From 9th on the grid to win the race on the most difficult track to overtake at. Stand up and applaud Mitch Evans, who takes victory here in Rome. Cross the line, Fryne second. Van Dorn finishes third. Vern fourth. Bird completes the top 5. Da Costa goes sixth.
Got Mortara.
He
at the
did.
end there.
Well, Mortara's penalty might be applied post-race.
That might be the penalty coming in. He might not have got him on the road then.
Everyone else, Lotterer gets the last point and does make it to the line with 0.1% of energy. But it's Mitch
Andre
Evans
cutting it
victorious.
fine.
Yeah, very close. He timed that to perfection, didn't he? Evans wins from 9th.
Fucking go.
Was that Mason? Oh, shouting.
Evans, yeah.
Yeah, here we go. So well done to Mitch Evans. Said got a new helmet for him, by the way, because I thought the old one didn't feel Evansy enough. It was just bright blue, so I got a little bit of red on there and some weird decorative stuff. But yeah, I think it's basically the old Jaguar, but with all the new stickers on, like all these white dots at the back.
Whoa! Someone used to say from this place, Benny
2 seconds left.
Yes! Well done!
I think we're going to hear from Dario in a second, which is why I'm holding out on the radio call, because it should have come through just yet. So Evans finds... There we go.
Mitch, it's Dario on TV. Congratulations. That was a dominant performance, mate.
Thanks, man. It's been a while since you said those words. Thank you so much. Oh my God, the car was insane. Thank you so much to the team. It's been a painful start, but there's been so much work in the last 8 weeks, so
yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Wow. Yeah, well done, mate. Awesome. You have to follow Marshall's instructions, I believe, as you come back. Yeah, follow what they tell you.
Dario seems to have got cut off there by the team. That might be a slap on
What
the
do we
wrist.
do? Do we stop at the pit lane, or we go into
Tell you what, though, actually, Ed, that might be a little
Marshal
slap on the
should
wrist
guide
there
you.
for
I don't know if
Jaguar
it
because it's actually in the rule
I
book.
doubt it.
Yeah, well, it might just be a slap on, not a fine or anything, just a little slap on the wrist because you're not supposed to cut off the TV presentation as well over the radio.
That was important information that needed to be get across to Mitch Evans there, so make sure he doesn't get disqualified.
I hope they
for
don't.
like
Yeah.
or going to the wrong place or whatever.
Hope they don't slap the wrist, but they probably will. There'll probably be a document out there somewhere. You know what the FAA is like this weekend with things as well. Some stupid, mundane things getting called up with.
Well, let's hope Mitch Evans doesn't have any jewellery in the car.
A few little piercings that nobody knows about. Let's go through it then as well as Eurosport go for an ad break just at the wrong time, which doesn't help us. Reminder,
Well,
go on.
lucky for us, we got a little podium here.
There we go, that'll do. Someone play the national anthems quick to come through as
Well,
well.
how does the New Zealand national anthem go again? It's been a while since Mitch won, so I don't remember
I can't
it too
remember.
well.
We've got 54 minutes.
I can put the flags up while we're waiting.
Oh yeah, that's a great idea. We've got 54 minutes then, and then MotoGP's third practice session gets underway. Don't forget, we are covering the MotoGP this weekend as well. That'll be on tomorrow at 6:30. Lights out at 7. IndyCar is on as well in the PM UK times. Of course, this will be on at 8:15 and green flag at 8:30. Join us at 5:15 a.m. for the F1 Australian Grand Prix. Lights out at 6. And Formula E back again tomorrow, 1:30 British Summer Time for the pre-show. And lights out at 2. And Ed has completed the podium.
Probably put the flags on the wrong way up, but they are the right flags at least for the right drivers. Because it used to be that I would just use whatever flags were to hand. I've decided to print out the proper stickers for them now. So you got, and also Van Dorn. I know I always had like really black helmet for Van Dorn. I decided to go for the yellow one, so he looks a bit more Lewis Hamilton-esque.
Well, he's got
But,
a
there we go.
yeah.
Look at all the Heineken
flags
being waved. Looks like a. Oh look, Van Dorn's knocked over the number 3 spot on the on his little stand.
Fryan's got second. I think he'll be happy that he got ahead of Van Dorn at the last second, which was interesting. Race extended, as I said, by 5 minutes and 15 seconds was the last one as the top 3 come in. So we'll do our usual. We'll listen to the post-race interviews, listen to the podium, and then we'll go off air as well.
And Jack Picker will probably send a few post-race interviews that hopefully
Indeed,
I can squeeze in watching F1 qualifying highlights or whatever. There we go, Evans celebrating his victory. And, it's been way too long since Mitch Evans won a race, it must be said. Mexico 2020, I think, was the last one he won.
Yes, Mexico 2020, yeah. In race 2 he won, didn't he?
There was only one race at Mexico in 2020.
Oh, right, yeah. Was it? Are you sure?
Yes,
it was
Van Dorn
2020,
embracing Mitch Evans there.
So
Van Dorn, Frans Evans, they all get on really well. So
I was thinking
really
Puebla. Which isn't really... Puebla was the Puebla E-Prix, but it should have really been the Mexico City E-Prix, and yet now they still count it as a Mexico City E-Prix and it's in the stats. So make your mind up. It's like we've had Berlin E-Prix at different racetracks now. Do they mean they're not all in Germany? It's so confusing. Like the London E-Prix, it's at 2 different circuits. It's not the Battersea E-Prix, is it? It's the London E-Prix.
I guess so, but I don't know. I'm not sure about geographically where Puebla is relative to Mexico City.
Yeah, we'll double check it.
Country.
Double check it. I like that circuit actually.
Grassi on 11th got fastest lap, but since he wasn't in the top 10, I believe fastest lap will go to. Oh, let's have a look. 1:41.72.
I think is it? Just to
I think it's Cassidy.
I agree. Yeah, it's Cassidy.
Yeah, Nick Cassidy then in 9th will get fastest lap. I'm not sure he's ever set. I think he set fast lap like once before in like New York one year.
New York last year. Yeah, New York race 2 last year. I'm thinking.
Yeah, when he finished on the podium after getting on pole position. There we go. Everyone gathering in. I'm sure Jack Pickering's racing to the media pen to interview the drivers.
We'll be hearing from Jack. Don't forget, you can also catch up on all the action in the Formula E Zone.
Yeah, hopefully tomorrow we'll be able to get some of the post-race interviews from today into the coverage.
Put it in the pre-show like we did today with the top rhythm again, and it's always nice having Jack on site as well for the first time. He was in Mexico, didn't he? But he couldn't do too many shows. With that, if I remember correctly, because I think there was still protocols.
In Mexico? I don't remember.
He's at the big image.
Because we didn't get anything from him in Mexico. I don't remember because it was so long ago. I think he wanted to go to Mexico. He wanted to go to Diriyah, and I was still trying to talk him out of it.
Yeah. I know he didn't go to Diriyah.
I shouldn't laugh because after everything that's happened there recently.
I know he definitely didn't go to Diriyah, but I think he went to Mexico.
Yeah.
But either way, he's
I
back
don't know.
now. Yeah.
Well, either way, he didn't shoot a lot of stuff if he went to Mexico because I don't remember editing any of it.
Mitch Evans, you started on the grid in 9th. You are now the Rome ePrix champion of 2022.
I don't call it that.
Champion.
Yeah.
Good, my second win here.
Rookie commentator, presenter.
Great,
just give it to Darren.
The season, to be honest.
Exactly. She wouldn't say something
behind the scenes.
Well, she might, but I would be less harsh on her for doing so.
I couldn't ask for any more. So, the team's done a great job. Just want to say a huge thanks to everyone. I just want the same for the rest of the season now. And there's something about Rome and you've got points every single time we've had an ePrix here. What is it about the track that just seems to click with you? I've got no idea. I love the city. I love the track. It really suits my driving style. And when you have a car like I had today, it makes life a lot easier. So couldn't quite believe it, but especially when I was getting the energies up. But you got to take it when it comes. I've been on the receiving end of it a couple of times this year, so it's nice to get the pace back and hopefully this sort of sets the scene for the rest of the championship. And just finally, COVID's been tough for so many of us. For yourself, 2.5 years you were to wait until you went home. You went home during the break, and it clearly worked. Must be the New Zealand air. I was missing that. Yeah, it was great to get home, but really excited to get back into the car. It's been a long break since Mexico, so yeah, it's been worth, like, those 8 weeks have been really good for us, and it's obviously paid off.
What a performance! What a champion! Congratulations.
Thanks, guys.
Not
It's
sure.
a weird mention of COVID, because I'm pretty sure we had loads of races during the pandemic as well, or
6.
during last year as well, where so it's not because of that Mitch Evans didn't win. It was just mainly a little bit of bad luck, and also just the crazy qualifying format from last year.
I must admit that the dual system works amazingly well as a good qualifying format for Formula E. It's like they've
Because Evans didn't even get into the duels, and he was able to win the race. So that shows that Jaguar always had a quick car. They just weren't able to get the best out of it in the first 3 rounds.
Let's hear from
Here's Robin
Robin
Friends.
Friends.
Robin Friends, you started in second, you finished in second, but that doesn't tell the story. You battled, you overtook, you did everything.
Yeah, I think I felt strong from the beginning. I had great fun with Stoffel fighting basically the whole race. But then Mitch came and overtook us, and he took off, so I didn't have much fun with him. But yeah, I'm happy I finished P2. I think Mitch and Jag was definitely too strong for us today. I think we have a good car, but we just need find that little edge.
And will you get to enjoy the moment being on the podium again?
Yeah, exactly. It's P2 again. I mean, I've been in finishing P2 like last 4 times or whatever. But it's time for a victory, hopefully tomorrow.
Robin, well deserved. Congratulations.
Robin Friends there. P2 in the race today. This is his start, and it was a great launch down to turn 1, but the Mercedes were always
Vern had
faster.
an amazing launch as well.
Yeah, just
a little
behind.
bit, I think Vern was a little bit unlucky to miss out on the podium, but still, brilliant drive by Robin Friends to take nothing away from him, because he really did well to finish ahead of Van Dorn. And the Audi working well here. As it was, remember, Lucas Di Grassi almost won here before he had a technical failure last year's race, which basically took the win away from him and gave it to Vern. So Audi redeeming themselves, and Envision finally having a good race in Rome.
Let's hear from Stoffel Van Dorn.
Robin Friends described it perfectly. He said it was just a fight start to finish.
Yeah, it really was. It was a tough race out there, really difficult to manage the strategy, and I think in general we were lacking a little bit of pace, definitely compared to Mitch, who just, he came by, he took off, we didn't see him at all. But I had great fun with Robin, a lot of strategy with the attack modes, trying to overtake each other, try and time the overtaking move. So yeah, it was definitely a big battle out there. Got quite heated at some point, so yeah, I'm happy to finish on the podium today. I think on a day where things go a little bit more difficult, it's a good consolidation and a good result.
You made it so entertaining for us, so thank you very much and massive congratulations.
Thank you.
It was massively entertaining as well, and we must admit, from lights out, Van Dorn got a great getaway. Both Mercedes did. Vern did, but he got boxed in by everyone, so he had to back out of it.
I think that would be the one that got away for Stoffel Van Dorn,
Yeah.
though.
Yeah,
I mean,
definitely.
take nothing away from Mitch Evans and Robin Friends, who both did excellently, but you sort of feel like Van Dorn was on pole. There are a lot of people thought Mercedes was the best car, that Van Dorn was going to run away with this, especially once he got back in front of Friends. But I think it was Evans that he didn't anticipate for to come through the field. That he didn't anticipate Evans would leave the last attack mode till so late.
Just lost out again, and there's the checker flag moment. Finished in 3rd as well as they came through.
Only just held off Vern and Bird, actually.
Bird came alive in the last half of the race from being in contact at the start as well. And
Yeah, Bird made loads of moves, yeah.
yeah, I'm actually very fearful about the start tomorrow because we just got away with it today without the red flag. Oh, there's the commentary
There's
box.
the pit lane studio, and that looks like Sam Bird trying to get in. Let me in!
Has Jack Nicholls been wearing headphones this race? I don't actually know. That would be a bit weird if he
Yeah.
haven't.
What's Sam doing with the podium finishes?
I don't.
Oh no, what's Lotterer doing with them? What's Nick? Are these all the just points finishes? They get to go into a dark room. What is this? What on
well,
earth is this? Oh, is this the media pen? Maybe.
Where on earth are they? I've no idea what's going on here.
Hey now, fight to the death! It's Videodrome, baby.
I have no idea what's going on in here at all. I don't know if it's is it fastest lap and driver of the
Is
day?
this some kind of remake of the ePrix file? They're gonna like brainwash them all
Where's
into
Cassidy?
assassinating political figures.
Okay, we've got another interview going on now.
You can see.
Oh no.
No, I think that's just trying to pick up random conversation that Van Dorn and
So,
Evans are having.
Evans, Friends, and Van Dorn were all in there. So in that room, was it Vern, Bird, DaCosta, Mortara, Verline, Cassie, and Lotterer? in that little room.
By the way, I mentioned the ePrix file. ITV actually recently did a remake of the ePrix file as a
Did they?
TV series. Really good. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was just going to be action and really dumb, but I actually really enjoyed it. It's really witty and well written. So it gets a thumbs up from me in case you're interested. But
Yeah,
so
by the
that's
way, yeah.
what I thought of the ePrix file, and I saw them all be taken to a dark room and being bombarded with screens of like weird. I don't know what that was. There was some celebrities. There was like Lotterer punching someone. I don't know what was going on there.
Hazel
Some
Southall,
kind of
yeah.
subliminal programming.
Hazel tweeted saying that Formula E is now adding a segment to its broadcast where the drivers are sent into a room after the race to watch back the highlights and then review them or something. So they're going into a room to watch the highlights and then they're going to talk to them post-race. Okay. Thank you, Hazel.
I think it's some kind of ePrix file thing. Apparently, according to Jack Pickering, the media pen isn't until 10 to 5. So I'll go do as many as I can. As I can get them in, but don't expect them till like 6. There you go.
Well, we're not going to use them.
Probably going to be a bit late for Grid Network then to have any insight. I might be able to watch one of them very quickly.
Oh, yeah, they're on at 5, aren't they? Are you on at 5? Are you on tonight?
Oh, it's at 5, isn't it? Yes. So,
Yeah, you on?
well, that's the plan at the moment. I agreed to come on, so
nice.
if you're going to be there too, Josh,
I am.
there's Van Dorn coming to get his
I'm going to
third place bit.
I'm going to be 10 minutes late though because I'm going to be watching the Grand National. That's at 5:15, so I might be
fair
very
enough.
late. I might be very late to the broadcast.
Well, I'm probably going to head off immediately after podium so me and Dad can watch the quali highlights from F1 because we've been holding off on that.
Well,
Van Dorn had the best final sector, by the way, 42.6. That was really quick, actually.
Was that on the last lap as
46.1.
well? Yes, it was.
Mortara was actually quickest in the second sector of all people, and Degrassi was quickest in the first, no doubt with the help of attack mode. There's Frines getting his trophy.
Coming onto the podium. Those sparks.
Nice
are
first
good
time
fun,
I think we've seen Envision on with their new green uniform.
Yeah, first time this year. They've got their new, ever since they lost the Virgin sponsorship, and now it's just Envision racing. That's the first
Well, they
time
didn't
they hit the
lose
podium.
the Virgin. They kind of
They
parted
left it,
company
didn't
with
they?
the
Yeah,
Virgin because they sort of weren't really the Virgin team anymore. It sort of made sense for the team to get its own identity. But anyway, here we go. Mitch Evans takes to the podium, and it will look something like this. For our viewers at home, this is basically what we're looking at right now. Oh, no, wait, let's get the flag.
There we go. I like that little flick there for the flags to come off. That's pretty much what it looks like, actually. The Lego
Action
version.
features, baby.
I want that as they come through. Well, here then, for the first time in a couple of years, the national anthem of New Zealand. Where's Brendan Hartley? I hope he doesn't cry.
Advanced New Zealand fair. Oh, well, Nick Cassidy's from New Zealand as well, and he got fastest lap today, so pretty good day for the Kiwis.
They're invading again. Oh, it kicks a punch, doesn't it, to begin with? There you go, look.
Reminds me of, was it Alan Jones won in the 1977 Austrian Grand Prix for Shadow, and they didn't have the Australian national anthem, so they just played Happy Birthday.
In that instance, there should be like they should just play the F1 theme. If they don't have it, just play the. Well, I know it doesn't exist now, obviously, but back then they should have played like the Chain. That was around then, wasn't it? They should have just played that.
It would only just come out, but
yeah.
I wouldn't want it wasn't as recognised as the BBC Formula One coverage theme as it is in the decades since, really.
Really miss the Chain. Just on a side note there, really miss it. Want it back.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm sort of okay with the theme changing. I prefer the Chain to the Brian Tyler's F1 theme, which I still think is a travesty and doesn't fit the sport at all.
Yeah, the intro doesn't really fit. I like the little drum beat on the intro to it. That reminds
the
me of
percussion's
Rush.
all right. I'll give it that. But I feel like it belongs in a Marvel superhero movie. It doesn't feel like it fits Formula One.
Yeah, the first segment
I think
doesn't
Formula
work.
E theme actually, for as many people say, oh, it's just a generic theme. I think it actually fits Formula E really well.
The British national anthem now for Jaguar.
Jaguar got first time Jaguar won in a while, and first time since the pandemic as well. Bird won in New York last year, didn't he? That was the last one. So Jaguar really needed this one because you got to think with Gen 3 coming up, they're one of the manufacturers that's committed.
Yeah.
They need a reason to stay around, and getting into the title hunt is big news for Jaguar. And
you've got a comment, Eds, from Vincent saying, "Cool Lego you got there, Edward," and a big smiley face.
You should see the cars. You should see tell him to see the.
Yes, the Lego ePrix.
I'll tell him because he can hear me. To see the Lego. What is it called? A Lego Raider ePrix, which is on the Formula E Zone channel that I did at the end, finished at the end of last year, but there was a lot of animation going on there. There's also the medieval ePrix, which will be the next one that's being worked on at the moment. Here's the start-finish line. It's probably backwards for you because
Yeah, it is. It is backwards, unfortunately.
there you go. Well, you can sort of see what the font I'm going for. There we go. So that's the Jaguar team
Jaguar
manager.
trophy, yeah.
His name escapes me. Being given his. It looks like a Brian. Let's call him
I
Brian.
think it is Brian, you know. He does look like a Brian as they come through.
Brian, Rob, Dave. That's sort of name. Yeah. It's probably one of those three. Or none of them. I'm completely inaccurate in that, I'm sure.
The link has just been put in, by the way, to the Formula E Zone channel. Go and take a look at that as well. Jack is on site for
and
us.
at 6 p.m. you'll get all the interviews, hopefully. Or I might be able to get them up slightly early, just before 6, if Pico is prompt.
Yeah.
But, of course, the interviews won't open until late because of this new format thing, with them all being taken to the dark room to be hypnotized and interrogated about the race.
Little do they know it's a cyber conversion unit, and tomorrow they're going to be electric drivers or Cybermen. Coming through then.
Oh.
Podiums for Van Dorn and Frines, but the race win for Mitch Evans. That is going to mean so much in the title fight. 4 different races, 4 different winners. Mortara, De Vries, Verline, and now Mitch Evans. None of the regulars are winning the race, it seems. Do you want to give the trophy out, sir? It's kind of what you're here to do. Don't hold it up or anything.
He's waiting for his cue. He can't give it before the announcer tells him to. But there we go.
And it's champagne time. No, it's not. Correction.
Well, not quite yet, because he's only just lifted the trophy, Josh.
Yeah.
But Evan, that expression there looked like a very kind of
Oh.
not like overly jubilant, but Evan's, I'm back. Yes,
I'm back in business. I've lost
that looked like a very I don't want to say defiant, because I'm not sure he's being defiant of anything at the moment, but a sort of kind of relief after everything that's happened. I think. Let me look at the Channel 4 coverage, because that'll probably show a bit more of the podium.
That's what I'm trying to find as well on YouTube. Thanks. Here we go. Yeah, podium celebrations coming on then, and it's now champagne time, which is great news. The race overran there for Eurosport, so they've cut off. And right now, I don't have any TV pictures, so I guess we'll call it there. Ed, what?
Channel 4 Sports YouTube channel is just gone. We can put
Yeah, loads of ads. Hang on, where is it? There we go. It's champagne time. Big bit of moe for Mitch Evans then, being sprayed around. Not a bad way to spend an evening in Rome. The rain just about abated, which means we've got action going forward as well. See, Adam says, see you guys soon for the pre-race show. Yep, I'll be a little bit late due to the Grand National as well. I'm going to take a look at that.
Yep, see you soon, Adam.
And Ed, what was your moment of the race then, please? There was a lot.
Oh, loved the everything about the Van Dorn, Frines, Evans, Vern battle there. Sandbird's come back. Mortara even had a good race despite getting that early penalty for the contact, I guess. Hard to really look past. Jake Dennis having to save energy really desperately with the extra time as well. I think Mitch Evans really saved it with his start.
Yeah.
It was the start that really won that race for Mitch Evans, in my opinion, when he got past both the Porsches. And from then on, he used the pace of the Jaguar to get up the field. And Bird, if he qualified a little bit better, if he got the extra lap, and could have made all the difference to his race. So I think, as though it was a good recovery from Sam Bird, I think he'll rue that. But it was absolutely beautiful from Mitch Evans, and I think Morgan Frines as well. It was great to see him back up there.
That's worked out as well, actually. If your spot had gone off, I can't now because it's gone off. Oh dear, that's a shame. I was going to turn. Oh, hang on, maybe. Hang on. There we go. Turn the camera on. Hello. Give me a wave. Hello.
I can see you now.
Yes.
I've been imagining you the whole race. So far.
I'm here. Hello, I'm real. Let's go through the results then quick as well. It's Mitch Evans who's the winner, from Robin Frines second. Stoffel Van Dorn finishes third. Jean-Eric Vergne is fourth. Sam Bird fifth. Antonio Felix Costa is in sixth position, and Wally Mortara seventh. Pascal Verline is eighth. Nick Cassidy ninth, and Andre Lotterer in the top 10. Lucas de Grassi 11th with the fastest lap, but that'll go back to Cassidy for the top 10 points. De Grassi getting it overall though, 141.653. Sims is 12th, Dennis 13th. He slipped back. Askew 14th. Good to see he actually had a good race. We didn't mention him much, actually. Neither did Sergio Camera down in 15th. Boemi had
I mentioned Sergio
a few times. Yeah. Boemi had a nowhere race, really. Turvey 2, Giovinazzi, Tictum. The last finishes, out went De Vries, Roland and Gunther. Actually, that's something we can send Jack down for, actually. Find out what happened to De Vries and what caused his retirement. We'll give him a mission in the paddock to find that out as well. And a chaotic
I think it's a case of they all come out and everyone rushes to whoever they can get to interview. So we'll see. I think I trust Pico to do a good job there.
Fab. And we'll have all those for you on the Formula E Zone channel as well. And we'll have a couple of them on for tomorrow. I'm sure Jack will send us some video links as well before the race starts after qualifying number 2. Okay, we'll be back tomorrow. Same time, same place as well. Let's see if the Riddler can not kill Batman, I suppose, if it's same bat time, same bat channel. But myself and Ed will be back tomorrow. Thanks, Ed, for accompanying me today. We'll be back for more Formula E action.
Thanks to Jack Pickering as well for all the pre-insight. And
Yes.
we'll get a bit of post-insight for tomorrow too, like you say.
It's going to be fun. Thanks, Jack, as well, trackside for us. And we'll see you all tomorrow. Bye for now. And it's working out that I haven't set up a hotkey, so I've got to do it myself. Bye for now.